What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody. I am Love Coach Scott Katamas, and with me leading our new dance moves was Diara. And so this is a new thing we're going to do. People can do the cheerleading dance move as the video plays for every show. Thank you, Diara. And we're going to hear more from her tonight. She is our group healer tonight. So she's doing double duty, cheerleader at first and healer in the evening. So thank you so much, my friend. And welcome to the awakening world. We have a really wonderful show tonight. Some of the most amazing psychics, channels, and healers, all part of the Soul Search TV program, are with us. And they are going to be providing psychic readings and healings for all of us in the Zoom room, all of us that are here in the group. And usually Tangela, who created Soul Search, is my co-host for these shows. She is off at the wonderful Sedona Ascension Retreat, which I usually am at. I was there last year. And I am so grateful. Making her debut as a co-host is the wonderful Barbara. Welcome, Barbara.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Scott. I'm so happy to be here. I have big, gorgeous shoes to fill, so hopefully I can do it justice.
Absolutely. So for people who don't know about Soul Search, tell people a little bit about Soul Search and Soulsearchtv.
Yes, so we are a global online platform for spirituality and consciousness. We offer this platform, I like to call it a spiritual candy store for seekers. It is a directory, basically an online directory that helps to connect you with readers and teachers, with practitioners, with conscious businesses all over the United States, all over the world. A lot of our practitioners who you meet at our Enlightenment Expos are all listed on this online directory. And speaking of Enlightenment Expos, we do generally about twice a month. We do Enlightenment Expos all over California, Northern California, Southern California. We do them in Arizona. We're soon to be expanding out into other states. These are amazing two-day events where we have anywhere from 40 to 60 vendors, depending on the space we're in. Amazing teachers, amazing practitioners, amazing healers, readers, amazing conscious businesses. We have speakers every hour on the hour from 10 to 6 every day. And in fact, our newest member of our Soul Search family of our Enlightenment Expos is author John Gray, author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. He has made the amazing decision to join all of our expos. He'll be traveling with us, doing free workshops and paid workshops. So stay tuned. We have a lot of dates coming up. We have an amazing expo in Santa Clara coming up this coming weekend. So all you Bay Area people, come and see us. And then we have a Burbank one in Los Angeles in 2 weeks. We have more coming up in Santa Cruz and Carlsbad, and again in Scottsdale in mid-June. That's the second way you can connect with us. And then, of course, we have Soul Search TV, our very own channel that we proudly launched in December. It is basically a platform, a television channel that everyone can download for free on all the major platforms: Apple TV, Android TV, Roku, Amazon Fire. You can go to soulsearch.tv and you can watch television shows actually created by our own practitioners. You can follow their journeys, you can learn about how they serve in the world with their gifts, and you can connect with them as well to learn how you can work with them one-on-one or in groups, go on retreats with them. It's been an amazing experience. I am so grateful and proud to be the content curator and developer for Soul Search TV. So I get to work with all of these amazing souls in developing their shows and getting to know their magic in the world.
Beautifully stated. Tangela will be very, very proud when she watches the recording. Beautifully stated, Barbara. And, you know, John Gray is great. He's been on my show several times. He was on in January. And I'm so glad you've connected with him. He's a hoot. He's brilliant. It's amazing how much that man knows.
It's amazing. And this man walks his talk. He doesn't just, talk about these concepts. He lives these concepts. And his desire is just to keep teaching and growing and helping people. I mean, I see him at our events and he never tires. He wants to talk with everyone. If you have a question for him or if you have an issue, he'll sit there and talk it out with you. He's an amazing man. We're doing lives with him now. I think we're going to begin doing, I believe, weekly meditations with him. It's really amazing.
That's so good. I love hearing that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, really.
Now, tonight, we have got some of the most amazing psychics and healers with us from the Soul Search family.
Yes.
And this is a time to come into the Zoom room. So I want to acknowledge all the people watching on Facebook right now, and also people watching on the Conscious Awakening Network, watching on Steve Farrell's Humanity Rising. You guys come into the Zoom room because that's where we're going to have actual healing energies focused. Now, you'll still get a lot out of it by, just tuning in. But if you come into the Zoom room, you might even get chosen for private reading, and you'll kind of just be more in the container. And it's really easy to join us. Join the Global Peace Tribe. Go to globalpeacetribe.com, globalpeacetribe.com, and just click register for the new season. And when you do that, it'll take you to our registration page. And this is a perfect time because we just are starting our new season. And so you'll get 4 months of the Awakening World. We do 2 or 3 shows every week, plus special events. You can come in at different levels. And people that come in at the platinum member level, you can provide gift subscriptions to your friends, and also you'll be first in line to get some of the special treats and healings. So come join the Global Peace Tribe. But I should put the Global Peace Tribe banner behind me. That's usually what I have, but I had this one because I was just doing client sessions. So there we go. So that way people can remember, go to globalpeacetribe.com. Barbara, we are starting off with such an amazing man. I've known Peter for years. He's been on our show many times, going way back when we were Saturday Night Alive for the Global Peace Tribe. Amazing. And I just want to ask everybody, as Peter plays, this is an opportunity for us to raise our vibration, because we're going to go straight from Peter into Kina, which is like back to back, raise our vibration to the highest levels. So I really invite people, don't multitask, put things aside, and get ready to really drop into raising your consciousness, raising your vibration. And Barbara, is there anything you'd like to add about Peter before we bring him on?
I could go on and on about Peter, but for those of you who don't know Peter, you You should, and you will. Peter Sterling is one of the world's premier harpists in the genre of New Age and contemporary instrumental music. He has had an almost 3-decade career with the harp. He has had several #1 records on the international radio charts. He was a bronze and silver medal winner in the prestigious Global Music Awards, and he won the New Age Ambient Song of the Year in the 2017 Hollywood Music and Media Awards. Peter is also, I mean, that is amazing in of itself, but Peter is also a profound and powerful healer. He is a sound healer. He is an amazing painter. His channeled art is really breathtaking, and hopefully he'll do another Enlightenment Expo with us soon and display all of his amazing artwork. And he also, because he doesn't have enough to do, he also guides people on magical land journeys and healing sessions in Sedona. That's something I have not done yet, and I am looking forward to doing. Just listening to your magic music in the vortex on a mountaintop is bliss to me. So that's my 2 cents about Peter Sterling.
Beautiful. Well, with no further ado, welcome back to the Awakening World, Peter. Really a blessing to have you. I'm going to put the full spotlight on you and just let you share with the audience whatever you want to share, both in words and in your beautiful harp music.
Well, hello, everybody. It's wonderful to be here with the Global Peace Tribe and Awakening World. And I wanted to say that I love the trailer, how you open the show, what you've created, Scott. And it really does raise the vibration, just that opening trailer with the music and the imagery. I feel so amazing, like, to be a part of this, of what you created, that I can say that I'm part of Global Peace Tribe,
Thank you.
a contributor, and you really are such a heart master. You know, the way that you are such an ambassador to bring people into this vibration. You're such a master at it, and every time I come here, I feel the love. You know. And so I feel very grateful to be here with everybody. And I love Soul Surge, Barbara, and the gang, Tangela. You guys are like the 2 angels of Soul Search, and you guys are growing, you're going places. And I feel really awesome to be part of what you're doing. And I wanted to suggest everybody that if you have a gift or a message or something special to bring to the world, to definitely connect in with Soul Search. It's totally on the move, and want to be part of it. So, yeah. And what else did I want to say? I was thinking that, the Awakening World, my music came to me here in Sedona. I'm in my home in Sedona, holding down the vibe with the tribe, Sedona, here right now, and sending the love forth from the red rocks, from the planetary vortex, the galactic stargate of Sedona. And that's really been my mission here for 30 years. 2024 is the 30th anniversary of the release of my first record, Heart Magic. And a lot has been happening. I need to give you guys my updated bio, because you're reading an older bio. There's been a lot that has happened. But yeah, and I was, I made a post on Facebook the other day, because, we had the State of the Union, speech the other day, and all of a sudden I figured I was just kind of tuning in to the state of my union with the higher power, with the divine force. And I thought, wouldn't that be cool, like, to create a movement now, so whenever there's a State of the Union, the political thing, that all of us can just come together and just take stock of the state of our union. I just took it personally where I'm at, and I walked up in the hills behind my home here, and I just felt inspired to share that message with people. I've gotten quite a response on my Facebook page for that. And so when I receive my music from the celestial realms, from the team of light, from the angelics, and the portals open for me, and I went through and heard the glorious music and saw heavenly visions of God's glorious angels in the higher dimensions. I was taken up into the light and when I was given the gift of my music, it was always music with a purpose, music with a mission. And it was music for the awakening world. And it was for the golden age. And it's like golden age music because of the vibration in it. And it was always the whole mission of my music, that how it was shown to me, was to bring people into the vibration of God's divine love. And to remind people of home, and to bring them into the unified field of oneness. And so, as I'm here tonight with everybody, and I've been taking stock of the state of my union, I just felt that I would play spontaneously from my heart and just put my fingers to the strings and allow the higher power to inspire my playing for you in this moment that we're sharing here. And what came to my mind tonight, as I often do before I'm getting ready to play for an audience, I just open up to inspiration in the moment. And I remembered how when I first brought my music out 30 years, a little saying came to me as I gave my music to people and shared it for the first time. And I would tell people, as I want to share with you now, is to listen with your heart as I play for you now. And you can journey with me as I play, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll play. I love you.
We're going to go to gallery view. And as he does some final strokes, let's just send lots of love and twinkles to Peter for just being who he is. This beautiful, beautiful being. Oh, my Lord. Mm. Peter, thank you so much. I do want to direct people to Peter's primary website, and it's harpmagic.com. Harpmagic.com. And as Barbara said, he provides so much albums, music, takes people on tours. Is there anything you really want us to focus on showing people, Peter?
Well, I love that you're showing them my website. There's my most recent album, Mystic Voyager, and it's a very magical musical journey. And then you can see the winding way right there below it. And my music is really music for the journey. And it's the type of music where you can close your eyes and it creates all sorts of beautiful imagery in the mind's eye. And it opens up inner worlds through the sonic landscape of the soul.
Mhm.
And when you go there, the angels will be waiting for you to usher you into this other dimension through the veils into the ethereal realms. That's what this music is. It's a vehicle. It's a vehicle of transcendence that the angels gave me that you can use to take you up into the higher planes. Just open your heart and open your imagination and let it take you there. So thank you. Thank you for letting me share with you tonight. Send
Oh,
everybody my blessings.
thank you so much. And I am going to read a couple of comments that have come in. So many are coming in, but Charlotte just wrote, Peter, your music touches, nourishes, and awakens at the level of the heart and the soul. It's so gentle and beautiful.
Thank you.
Diara writes, pure rapture just now. Peter, when you launched your very first CD, it was magical. I remember finding it in a store by chance, listening to it with tears of joy streaming down as I drove through the desert from Arizona to San Diego so many years ago. And Reverend Jeffrey writes, my heart was just healed. So
Oh,
thank you so much. And Peter's going to have his own show on Soul Search. What's that going to be like? What's your show going to be like, Peter?
I'm just going to share all the things that the angels have shared with me over 30 years. I mean, it's kind of a multimedia presentation through the harmonics of light and sound, the sacred geometry of creation, the frequencies, the vibrations, the patterns that emerge out of this field of the unified field of oneness, this pattern. And it's amazing. When you see the images and hear the information, it just kind of clicks and turns on circuits of remembrance and activation, activating the 5D light body.
Hmm.
It's the kind of the visual component and the intellectual component of what you're hearing here on the harp.
Hmm.
Mm,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Well, thank you. I just sent you a private note on Cell. Check that out.
Okay.
And thank you, Peter, for getting us off to the perfect start this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah. And we're going to transition right into really someone that I have the highest regard for. You know, most of you know my story. I've been blessed to know hundreds of psychics, healers, readers. And Kalina is, in my experience, at the highest level of really being a clear channel for spirit to flow through. Spirit flows through her and is magnified through her pure heart and her beautiful intention. And so I'm going to bring Kalina on. And thank you so much, Kalina, for I know that you have a lot of people wanting your time and attention. So we're really grateful for you to be with us tonight. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me back. And yes, let's do this. What do we want to do? I'm gonna just open it up because I've got the microphone here to do a frequency healing, but also I can just allow the Holy, because the Holy Spirit works through me a lot, I can
Hmm.
allow that to come through first, and then we can go into also activations for everyone rather than just focusing on one person.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
I trust you. I'm turning it over completely to you, my friend.
Okay. All right. And I was really impressed with you, Barbara. How you just, wow, you have all that information. So, one of the things that I want to really quick just let everybody know is that as I'm going to do this, there are different aspects of myself that come online as I'm doing this work. I am completely multidimensional for years, since I was probably a teenager, and I'm a grandmama now. But there are even more aspects. I'm a multidimensional channel. So when I'm going to do this, there's going to be different sounds, different frequencies, different tones. I also will have the language of light that will come through, and that's just the language of source that comes through in sacred geometries, and it connects with frequencies and vibration, sound and light, so that it can assist in the healing, in energy movement, and helping you for the space and place you may be stuck in. Just as Peter was doing his beautiful heart music, it's that same kind of thing. It takes you into a state of being where you are going to connect with a frequency and a vibration. It's the same kind of thing. So, but these tones will come through me, and I don't ever have control of what's coming out of the voice. This is an aspect of myself that will come through. So we'll let that happen. I've been tuning into everyone, just so you know, while Peter was talking and playing, and I am a super sensitive empath, so I feel everybody's stuff in my body. And the biggest thing that I'm actually feeling tonight with everyone is the solar plexus. There's squeezing on my solar plexus right now. And there's a lot of you that are right below the belly button, the sacral, so the creativity center, the sexuality center, our emotional center right there. So these two are really important, because that solar plexus is the divine will. So if anybody's been having stomach issues or intestinal issues or anything like that, I'm also picking up a lot of throat stuff. I was trying to clear the throat stuff off of me while Peter was talking, and because it affects me a little bit. So I'm going to do some of that really quick for everyone. And then I will say, I'm just going to let this flow. I'm going to see if they want to do tones first. Maria Chunt Urshna. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to have everyone, this is what I do with my clients, and I do this on my YouTube videos. This is something that's really important for you to be able to say this, and at the same time see yourself and feel yourself doing this. I have everyone always put their hands, palms facing up on their lap. That means you're open and ready to receive. You're in position to receive. And then from there, after you do that, just say out loud, I now align. And what's happening is you're going to align, you're going to center yourself. I now align and drop into my divine sacred heart. And when you say that and do that, you're going to drop, you're going to leave that ego identity that's outside of you. You're going to align in the sacred mind, and you're going to drop into that sacred heart, right through that sacred voice, right through that throat chakra. And for those of you that feel energy, your heart, you're going to feel the expansion of that. I am feeling expansion of energy, so a lot of you are connecting there, which is beautiful. And this is where we receive. This is also where we should be always making our decisions from as well. So when you're asking questions to spirit, or you have something you just need an answer for, align and drop in there, and then ask from there and see how the body responds, because that's where you're going to get your truth. Okay, so your higher self is going to receive the messages that come through in the language of light. You don't have to know what it is. This is not for the conscious mind to figure out. And a lot of people want to do that, but it's really not what it's for. Let your higher mind receive it, and it absorbs it into the body, into all of the bodies, and it helps to activate, helps to activates suppressed or dormant codes. It goes through the DNA at that cellular level. Okay, yes, thank you. Kara at utama. Okay. And I only allow the highest frequency and vibration of my divine creator source to work through me, as me, of me, within me, outside of me, above and below me, in any kind of session, event, and daily work. Para ana ora. Okay. And I'm just going to say, if there's anything lesser than the highest frequency and vibration of the divine creator source, of your divine creator source, you must leave the room now. Okay, some of you, I feel energy moving up, so some of you are going to feel it. That those of you that feel energy, it's leaving. Sometimes we just have that from our daily habits, people we've been around, or even our own low vibrations if we didn't hold ourselves in that high frequency. Nara utn erashna anas kerastana mera era urhane. Nihanara ayatu hanamanyaru. Arahuna mara. Sha. Sarakirikir ut urush. Su. Release. Shanakaran Merahabi. Clear? Okay, some of you are going to feel a huge clearing of your whole system, your whole energy system from the root up. That's what they're doing. Hamir nunanda Morochayasan Chef Iras Uraper Haru ai ik Iras Tana Urashnemer ut Nera Santya Ochai Mu Ufa Ura Mihetus Turashnemer Antiara Ketas Her Unamara Uriana Kera Sant Uramur Mer Ishtura How esi. Hello. We are here. We are here to give a divine message for those that serve. Know that you are seen, that you are heard, that we hear everything that you ask for. In the divinity of the soul and the oneness that you are, all is light and love. Yet all is everything and always will be. It is the eternal frequency that you reside in, which is your home. The home of the One, the Creator, the Source. And your frequency is love. Always love. For without love, there is no bliss. And without love, there is no joy. Kara husto mara stantiara mara aki. Shio. In the divinity that we all are as one. Love is the key. The beings of light have said that we are complete. I'm super happy.
Kalina, I'll give you a moment to kind of catch your breath, if you will. And while you do that, I am going to take people to your website. And her website is her name. I'll spell it for you as we look at it. It's Kalina, K-E-L-E-E-N-A, Kalina Malnar, MALNAR.com. KalinaMalnar.com. And I encourage everybody to go there, put in your name and your email address so that you can just stay in touch with all that she's doing. And of course, you can also find her on Soul Search. She is certainly one of the great superstars of Soul Search. And you're going to have your own show, your Soul Search TV show. And what's that going to include, Kalina?
Yeah, so, I'm going to take everyone through the understanding of being an avatar, because that's what we are. And for me, everything that I do opened up from cell memory awakening. I didn't have anyone, and the masters and the angelics and the light beings that have been visiting me and that I've been connected with since a small child. So since about 4 years old, I have heard these guides and angels and beings that have saved my life, physically have saved my life many times. And that's where I learned to definitely listen. That's one of the key things in this process, is to listen. Because if you don't, if you turn your back thinking, oh, I shouldn't be listening to this, or this isn't good, or this is evil, as we're programmed and conditioned to, we are not going to become who we truly are. So what I'm going to take everyone through is to show you how you're going to become who you truly are, and how the different aspects of yourself come online. I pulled up a picture really quick I wanted to share with everyone. I see if I can do it on here. When I channel the Holy Spirit, my eyes actually turn crystal blue. So I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see this, but it's on, I have posted this on my Instagram and stuff. But I have brown eyes, like you can see. And
Wow.
yeah, they're just, it's a part of, I have all these photos that people have taken as I travel the world and do activate sacred sites, clear the land. Part of my mission is to bring in the feminine frequency, and like I can't even tell you there's the things that I don't do. And it's because I allowed myself to open up fully to become who I am, because we are becoming that best version of ourselves in this life. So I'm going to take people through it, show them these photos of myself, these little videos that I have that have been captured when I literally become Gaia and I turn all green.
Mm.
When I become Mary Magdalene and I have this huge, beautiful, aura around me. It's all of this, that we are, and bringing it in and centering ourselves and utilizing these gifts, these abilities, these talents that we have as these avatars coming back to life. We are avatars. We've just forgotten. That's
Mm.
all. We've been veiled from it. So I'm going to take everybody in through the actual show. I'm actually going to be giving everyone activations to open you up to remember who you are, activations for cell memories, activations for anything suppressed or dormant, for abilities. So I'm going to actually be doing that as I go through each, different level on the show. Which, I do that at events and other places too, but to be able to do it on the show and be able to reach more people, and especially people that don't have the money right now to pay for it,
Mhm.
I feel like that's going to be help a lot of people.
Beautiful. And the way people can find that is if you go to soulsearch.io, go to soulsearch.io, definitely join the mailing list, which I have done many times. But this is where you can learn all about what's happening with Soul Search. And then if you go to Soul Search TV, click there, that takes you where you can start learning about all the different TV shows that they're going to be doing, including Kalina's. And Kalina, I want to read just a couple messages from the audience and then hear from Barbara. We've got in about 20 comments, but Jeffrey Colebrook, our Reverend, writes, that was something else. I felt it all the way to my toes and beyond. Yara writes, thank you, Kalina. Energy is moving. I love the dialects of light. Pamela writes, I definitely think things are being cleared for me. As Kalina was saying that we might feel something as things were being cleared from the root chakra, I almost jerked out of my chair a few times. Kathy writes, I felt so much energy, first in the top of my head and later with her high vibration sounds up and down my chakras. Also, cold air ran through me. Kiki writes, I accept this healing from Kalina. Thank you, Kalina. I definitely felt the lower energies leaving the body. And Dr. Laura writes, I felt very enlightened by Kalina's beautiful singing as well. And those are just a handful of the ones that I have time to read. Barbara, what's your experience?
I'm not usually speechless, as you may know from these appearances, but I don't have words for the sacredness that I feel every time I'm even just having a conversation with Kalina. Her magic, her essence, who she truly is, it just exudes and shines through as a sacred gift to us all. No matter what she does, whether you're having just a conversation with her or whether you're blessed enough to have a session with her. And I am constantly and forever shifted whenever I have an experience with her. And she's just such a beautiful soul, and she is as kind as she is talented. And I'm so excited to work with you, Kalina, and to percolate and plan. And I feel so privileged and honored and really blessed. I mean, how blessed are we to experience this? I can't imagine a better way to spend my Saturday night, to be honest. Really, this is amazing. And so thank you, Kalina, from the bottom of my heart. It was an intense day for me here at the Ascension Retreat, a lot of energy going on. And this was exactly what I needed in perfect divine timing. So thank you.
It's like the new fantasy island that you used to watch on Saturday nights, right?
True. We're dating ourselves, but yes, it's true.
And I just want to let everybody know, because I'm getting information from the beings. They're just saying give yourself 14 days because they gave you codes tonight, everyone. 14 days to allow the activations to fully integrate at the cellular level. So you're going to, it starts now for those of that are able to receive them, because some people block them a little bit or they don't have enough open within themselves to receive them. So just give yourself that time. These codes are going in, and you may be going through like waves of energies of releasing, but also having emotions come up or things that you don't understand what's coming to you that you're attracting to you. It's only because what it does is it goes in and it helps to move the shadow self to start bringing these things forth so that you can release some of this stuff. So just when that happens, love yourself, okay? Take that time to love yourself, go within, give yourself that self-love, and feel whatever it is, emotion or whatever happens with love, knowing that that's the key. You know, forgiveness, gratitude, and love are the keys to move forward in this process.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Kalina. I'm going to make two more comments and then respond to them, and then we'll let you go and move on. Morgine writes, I can hardly wait to watch the replay. And that's important because we do provide the recording of this. You can find it on our YouTube channel. For all of our subscribers, we'll get a copy of it on Monday. And listening to it again, you know, allowing that. And I assume that that's something that you would recommend. Yes, Kalina?
Yes, you can listen to them as much as you want to. I also have a YouTube channel with almost a couple hundred videos on there that you can
That's
continue
right.
to listen to them, because this is not linear. So you can listen to it as many times as you need to.
You know, thanks for reminding me about your YouTube channel, and I'm pulling that up, and I'm going to put it in the link. I've actually subscribed to it, and you're right. She's got hundreds of videos. So again, it's the YouTube channel. You just put in her name. For those of you watching on Facebook, it's her name. And for those of you in the Zoom room, I just put the link into the chat box.
Thank you.
Kalina,
May I say one thing though, really quick before we go? If anybody's going
yes.
to try and book a session, I'm sorry they're sold out. I just want to let people know that so they don't get upset. And I didn't open any for April because I have to travel to Europe to go do the grid work. So sorry, just in case. I just like to let
That's
people know.
that's why we're grateful to have these Zoom events, your YouTubes. Of course, it's great to be in person with you, but listen, we're a global family. And I love one of the comments that came in when you were talking about Saturday nights. Well, of course, we've been doing this together on Saturday nights for 4 years. And a lot of the people that are with us, like Carol and Tiara, have been with us for 4 years. Every Saturday night, this is our church. We come together and gather. And, you know, we really are truly the Global Peace Tribe. And we bring amazing presenters like you've seen with Kalina, but we also bring wonderful musical artists from all over the world. And I'm really excited. Making her debut with us tonight is a wonderful artist coming to us from Amsterdam, from the Netherlands. And this is Nita Bo. She came to us originally through our good friend Lloyd Bard. We're going to hear from Lloyd a little bit later. And Nita is a singer, songwriter. She's worked with David Pramal, Mike Love of the Beach Boys, a lot of the real significant leaders of New Thought music. She's worked a lot with Course in Miracles. And she's coming to Ashland, Oregon. And of course, I'm in Ashland. A lot of our viewers are in Ashland. So we're looking forward to being with her in person in April. And I'm delighted that you're going to be with us tonight to at least introduce yourself and your wonderful work with us. Welcome to the Awakening World, Nita.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. I'm happy I'm not in Amsterdam right now though, because that would be very late. No, I'm already in the States. I'm in Florida. My tour starts in Florida. I have my first event on Tuesday in Venice Beach, Florida, and then I have some events in Sedona actually. So I see some people are there. I have 2 events in the beautiful center called Sedona. I think most people from Sedona know it. I'll be giving a concert there and a voice liberation workshop on the 15th and 17th of March. Then I have
So
a
now we've got to hook you up here because Barbara and Soul Search is focused in Sedona. And
beautiful.
so definitely make sure you connect because
Yeah, I would love to.
Definitely. My
Absolutely.
wheels are already turning.
Yeah, no, I'll be there. I was there a couple of months ago for just to sing at someone else's event, and we really connect. And they were like, "We just want to have, you as a solo event here." So that felt very good. So, yeah, I'll be there soon. So I would love to connect in person.
We'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
and maybe Soul Search can add a special event if you've got time while you're in Sedona. Maybe they can
I
add
do have
something.
one
That would be
extra day,
amazing.
I think. Yeah, we could perhaps, yeah, we could talk
There are
about that.
lots of things we could percolate and plan. So yes.
Yes, yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I'm
Yeah,
so
absolutely,
excited.
Nita. And Nita is actually going to do kind of your own bringing spirit through as well. So kind of there's a theme that's we're hearing, spirit flowed through Peter, spirit flowed through Kalina, and now it's going to flow through Nita.
Yeah, yeah. I normally share my music. I'm gonna put gallery view because I want to see you guys. So if you don't have your camera on and you feel comfortable putting your camera on, I would love to see your face just to connect with you more. Thank you. I see some people already doing that. So nice to meet all of you. Lots of new faces for me. So I normally perform with my piano, and because now I'm traveling, I couldn't really bring that in my suitcase. And I still felt very inspired to be here and share with you guys. So we're gonna see what Spirit has in store for us, and maybe something a cappella from a song, or just some, yeah, whatever comes through. Um, yeah, but maybe before we do that, now that we've already been on here for a little bit, maybe I feel like most of us maybe need like a little shake or a little stretch, because we've been sitting for a little bit. So I just invite you to give a big inhale, very big inhale. And let's do an exhale on the side with a little shake. Yeah. So I call that the voice liberation sigh. So let's do one more and really, really open up your mouth and let out whatever sound or sigh wants to come out. Okay, so let's inhale. Yeah, maybe a little shake, maybe a little stretch, maybe a little wiggle, a little yawn. Yeah, just see what it is you need. Maybe place your hand on your heart. And I just want you to notice how you're sitting here right now, and just see if you can be very honest and welcome everything that is there. It doesn't have to be any way different. We trust that whatever is going on for us is exactly what we need. That all things work together for good. That the whole universe got our back. We can really step back, let love lead the way. We don't have to know everything. And the song that comes through that I would love to share with you, you can listen to it also on Spotify or anywhere else. It's called From Darkness to Lights, and I'll sing a bit for you and see if there's anything else that wants to come through. But it's a beautiful one to just meditate on and see if there's anything that's going on in your life right now that you're worried about, or that feels a bit heavy, or where you might feel a little bit stuck or uncertain, and see if we can use this time to really place all of that on the altar and just open your mind to divine guidance, to have the fear replaced by love, and it's something that you don't have to actively work for. It's That love, that spirit is really just asking for your willingness, your cooperation. So it's more of a stepping back and letting go this grip of preferred outcomes or of I know what's best. See if we can just come to this space of, okay, I don't know what anything is for. But I know that I want peace. And I know that I want to use this situation for the purpose of healing and not for the purpose of my ego. Guide me from darkness to light. Oh, show me all that I'm trying to hide. Guide me from illusions to truth. Oh, show me the path on to you. I still find it hard to hear only your voice. And every time I'm feeling down, I forget that's a choice. Take me back to where I came from, 'cause I'm lost in the dark. I wanna be with you, see with you, feel the truth. Oh, guide me from darkness to light. Oh, show me all that I'm trying to hide. Oh, guide me from illusions to truth. Oh, show me the path onto you. I sometimes still feel like you left me alone. I'm helplessly waiting for you to take me back home. Take me back to where I came from, 'cause I'm lost in the dark. I wanna be with you, see with you, feel the truth. Oh, guide me from darkness to light. Oh, show me all that I'm trying to hide. Oh, guide me from illusions to truth. Oh, show me the path onto you. Guide me, oh, Just imagine yourself handing all of that over into the hands of light, into the hands of love. Whatever is going on for you, whatever is challenging in this moment, hand it all over. Hand it over on another big, big sigh. Step back, let love lead the way. And join our minds to trust and know that we're so supported and taken care of. Thank you.
Oh, Nita, thank you so much. That was amazing. You know, so many people have been telling me about you. And my first experience of really hearing you live, I did go to one of your websites anyway. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Scott.
She's going to do another song for us a little bit later, in just a little while, actually. But I do want to direct people to her website. Again, it's her name, Nita Boyne, NEDABOIN.com, NitaBoyne.com. And she's got this beautiful album, Remember That You're Dreaming. And I agree. I believe that this is a great cosmic dream. We're having a dream within the dream, within a dream, within a dream. So I look forward to listening to your album and discovering your take on that great truth of reality.
Thank you. And the Mike Love that is on that song, Remember You're Dreaming, is actually a different Mike Love than you were saying.
Oh, okay.
This is a Hawaiian, amazing Hawaiian reggae artist. He's truly amazing. If you haven't heard him yet, I know Lloyd is a big fan of him as well. He's truly amazing, and he has a feature on the album as well. On the song Remember You're Dreaming, he's doing an incredible feature. We have a music video of that song as well on YouTube, so you can check that out. He's amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you, first of all, for educating me that it's a different Mike Love. And we're going to hear from Lloyd when you do your second number in just a little while. So, and there's lots of check out all the comments coming in from people just so touched by who you are, as well as the beautiful voice that God has blessed you with. And we'll see you in a little while.
Thank you.
You know, the Global Peace Tribe really is a community. And I'm going to just acknowledge one of our most beloved community members has joined us. Eleanor Joy is with us. So I'm putting the spotlight on her for a moment. And of course, thank you everyone who raised money for Eleanor Joy through the GoFundMe. As you can see, she's still in the hospital. But even in the hospital, she's dancing with us and moving with us. She's on her phone. So it's not quite so easy for her to talk with us right now. But Eleanor Joy, if you can hear me, give us a thumbs up. How are you doing? Great. You know, we love you so much. And as we have the spotlight on her, let's just all send maximum grace for Eleanor Joy's healing. Maximum grace for Eleanor Joy's healing. Maximum grace. I'm going to gallery view. Maximum grace for our beloved Eleanor Joy. Thank you, everybody. I also have been in touch with Piper Dellums. Her surgery also went well, and she sends her love to everybody. So thank you. What a beautiful tribe we have. And a big part of our beautiful tribe is Soul Search, and I'm bringing up my co-host, Barbara, who is going to introduce our next presenter.
Yes, the blessings continue to flow tonight. This has been such an unbelievable evening. And Scott, I just want to give you such a heartfelt shout out. I feel very emotional for all you do for us, for all you do for humanity, for all you do in this time of ascension and the love you bring and the magic you create and tirelessly. And I just want you to know my gratitude knows no bounds. And I just feel so blessed to know you. And so
thank you. I look forward to meeting you in person very soon.
I can't believe that hasn't happened, but yes, it's going to happen soon. Somewhere in the ethers we have met countless times, but in human form, I'm can't wait.
I will make it to one of your wonderful enlightenment expos in the Bay Area.
We look forward to that. We look forward to you speaking with us and to everyone blessed enough to attend. So hopefully soon.
All right. Thank you,
Yes.
Barbara.
And so the blessings continue. I am so honored to introduce to you tonight our one of two of our newest members to the Soul Search TV family, Alexandra. Alexandra, welcome. You and I have known each other only a couple of months, but I feel like, of course, we know it's been lifetimes. And I knew that the moment that I met you, you're such a fierce and fabulous example of what it is to be a kick-ass woman in this world. And so I just want to give you a shout out for that. I bow to you. This woman has been a successful businesswoman in the human world for decades as she has spread the message of the collective known to her as Golden Arrow. For over 30 years, she has been channeling this collective Golden Arrow, a collective that is pure light and pure love and has shifted the lives of so many people who have been blessed enough to hear the messages. And I'm so excited to have you and to share your journey, not only tonight, but in your upcoming show for Soulsearchtv. And I'd love you, before I know she is going to go into an amazing trance and she will not be able to hear us. So I want to take this opportunity to let you speak to us just for a few minutes and let us know about your journey and how it came to be.
Oh, thanks so much, Barbara. And thank you too to Scott for allowing me to be on the show. This is the first time that I've really seen Scott, and I'm impressed with the people that are on his show that he brings on. I feel very empowered by the people that he has on his show. I have been on George Nuri's show, which is Beyond Belief, and also a paranormal show. And I have to say that in the last couple years, the energy and the vibration has moved so rapidly, so quickly. So many people are coming into their own enlightenment, however they have gotten there. And I know at the last Conscious Life Expo where I met you, Barbara, it was very different this year. So Golden Arrow has January 1st said that this year, 2024, is going to be a huge leap year for people who are intending to and working on their own spirituality and raising their vibration. This is going to be a big year for a lot of people. So for me, I have been touched by spirit in many ways, but my path on this planet has been in business, and I've owned my own businesses since I was 24. And all the while going in those directions, Spirit has put little drops of opportunities for me to see that there is more, so much more to anything other than business. And so I've kind of learned how to flow with my own journey, my own spiritual journey. I grew up in a cult, in a religious cult. And when I left that cult, that's actually when my life began, when my spiritual journey began, when everything was stripped and taken away from me, which is, can be painful, emotionally painful, but it was actually very good for me as well. So Golden Arrow came to me while I was having a session. I don't know how many people who are watching tonight will know Dr. Peebles, who's a non-physical on the other side being who works through several channelers on the planet. But I was having a session with Dr. Peebles about 35 years ago. And in the middle of the session, Dr. Peebles said to me, there's another energy who is here who would like to introduce themselves to you. Would that be all right? And I said, absolutely. And Dr. Peebles, who speaks in a very heavy brogue, Scottish brogue, stopped talking, and a very soft-spoken, who you will hear, voice said to me, we are Golden Arrow, and we would like for you to channel us. And I owned 2 corporations at the time, and so my response to Golden Arrow was, yeah, you're kidding, right? And they said, no, we would not kid you about that. And then I low-keyed it, and I realized that, oh my gosh, who is this and what is happening to me? It was just an incredible experience. And I said, well, I have no clue how to do that, and never thought that I would do that. And they said, not to worry, we'll teach you. And so that really began my heavy-duty spiritual journey in order to be able to allow them to speak. It took me 2 years of training to get out of my own way, to drop some of the old programming that I had in the cult in order for them to be able to use my vocal cords and speak. So that's been about 34 years. And I will say this about them. I am touched always when they speak. And I'm touched that they allow me to do that for them. And my promise to them was, whoever you want to speak to, I'll show. So here I am on Scott's show, and I'm showing up. So I know that you'll have an opportunity to hear Golden Arrow. And Scott, I'm going to leave it up to you to bring anybody in if they have any questions. Golden Arrow will do a whole preface, several minutes, probably about 10 minutes, of their information that they would like to share with all the people that are on your show. And then at some point, and I don't know, because I'm going to be in trance, I don't know how that will work, but at some point, if they say, do you have questions or comment, they are speaking to you, Scott, and jump in if you have a question, or if somebody else has a question, jump in and they will speak directly to them. So let me say this about Golden Arrow. They are non-physical beings. They have never incarnated. They have never been in human form. They have done their work through other channelers at other times in other realities. That's who they are, and that's their purpose, to help humanity at whatever point in time that there is. For me, that's this time frame in the year 2024. So it gives you a little insight.
Amazing. Oh, can you, oh, yes. No, that is absolutely amazing. I think everybody is chomping at the bit. We are ready to receive.
Okay. All right. So it'll take me a few seconds to go into trance. And then Golden Arrow will take you there. All right. So see you all later. Greetings to Greetings to you indeed. Truly, it is a delightful experience for us to be here with you, to communicate with you, to interact with you, but far more importantly, to commune with you in this way. Truly, it is a delightful experience for us. For you see, it gives us the opportunity then to take a look and to check in with you and how you all are doing on this planet that you call Earth, and in this moment of time. What we would like for you all to know is that you are right on purpose. There is no accident of where you are in this life experience. If you are in a hospital bed, does not matter. It is for you to grow and to become more in the spiritual being that you are. We would like for you all to know that you are firstly a soul, an energetic field of reference, a vibration. Secondly, and less importantly, you are having a human experience in a confinement that you call this body by your name. All of you on this planet are experiencing everything that is, as you see, as you view around you, everything that is going on around you is truly a mirror of what is going on in your life experience and in your growth experience and on your journey. You all planned for this journey. Before you incarnated, you were just a vibration, just a soul. And you decided that you desired to grow in the framework of having a confinement vessel that you call a body. And in choosing that vessel, in preparing to come into a body, you set out to remember this grand being of light energy that you are. You came in to learn about you in relationship with all of life. Plant life, animal life, human life, does not matter. You came here to learn about you in relationship with all of life. So not only do you come into this life experience alone, you will also leave it alone. Now, what we would like for you all to know is that everything that is happening around you is a mirror of what you set out to learn about yourself in this life experience. You set it all up. You are the master of your entire universe. You are the painter of this life experience, the painter of how you choose to live this life experience. And truly, it is just a choice. You choose every day on how you are going to act, react, or feel emotionally about what is going on around you, what it is that you are creating. Understand that you are the creator, always, never the victim, ever. So do not think that things happen to you out of coincidence or out of accident. Not at all. You set it all up. You set it up to give you the opposite of what it is that you truly do desire. That is what contrast is. And contrast is the human experience. So now, knowing all of that, take a look at your life, how you would like for it to change, how you would like for it to be. It is up to you to create that. And you do that by turning off your brain. The cellular structure in your head is a brain. It is all cells. And the brain's purpose is to keep you alive at all costs. That is doing a very good job, yes? So here's what you do about the brain, because the brain will conjure for you. Let's try this, let's do that, let's go here, let's go there. We need another relationship. We need to do this, we need to do that. That is not so. You are the creator of what is going on with your brain. So in order to slow it down, in order to have clarity of what your brain is conjuring for you, it is important for you as a human being to bring in the spiritual side of you through what we call meditation, quieting the mind. The mind does not have to think at all. In fact, when you tell it that we're now going to quiet you, we're now going to meditate, you just say to your brain, we're going to think about whatever it is that you're conjuring for us later. Now we are going to be quiet and connect with all that is, all that was, and all that ever will be, the God source that you are. And when you practice that, when you do that continuously, you will notice that you are clearer thinking, that there is not so much going on in your brain. And then what is going on around you, you can see it from a place of peace and harmony and joy. That truly is why you all came here, to learn how to create peace, harmony, and joy in your life experience, no matter what that life experience is. So let us say this: whatever you are doing on this planet, you go to a job, you're making money for your family, or you are retired and you are doing other things other than a job environment, whatever it is that you are doing on this planet, your job is to live within the doingness of your spiritual self, who you really are, the grand being of light energy. So when you notice something around you, an argument, does not matter, anything around you that is not love and does not feel like love, you are bringing that contrast to you to take a look at how it is that you choose to live your life experience. Now, many of you on the planet are in the throes of the conflicts that are going on around you, that you not only have in your own individual life experience, but that is happening in the world all around you. Those conflicts do not have to become a part of you. You can look at the conflicts from a neutral space, free of any emotionality that is unlike love. That is your choice. You choose how you desire to see everything around you. And you will notice on your planet that many, many hundreds and thousands of people are living from their soul place, from within them. They are finding their own spiritualness within them. And what happens is that that's like a pebble in the pond. You drop into the pond of this planet's upheaval, and you bring peace to that upheaval. And the changes that are occurring, the changes that are happening on your planet are right on purpose. They are all right action. Nothing is happening that is not right action. It is for you to look at and say, is that how I choose to live? That is not how I choose to live. Therefore, I am going to hold the space of love for the planet. Do you understand? All right. Do you have a question then or comment?
We
Scott?
have two questions for you.
Yes.
George is asking which star system the golden arrows are from.
Yes. So as you all are investigating the other realms of reality that there is not a specific place that we are from. We reside through all of time and space and have always been in all of time and space. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. A little bit different than how a lot of us have been created to think, but that's
yes, it is all right. It is all right. Those that are investigating and creating spaces to reside within, that is all right. There are realms of reality that are totally unfamiliar with all of humanity to this very moment, because it is vast and it is constantly changing, always growing.
Two
Do you
more
understand?
questions for you. Yes, we do. Thank you. Two more questions. And I know this is just a homeopathic dosage of the golden arrow. And thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Serena Joy from Ecuador asks, how much of our human experience, both personal and collective, is predetermined versus free will? And so therefore, how much of what is possible is subject to change?
Yes. Again, the simple answer is free will choice. So when you reside within, like this individual is in Ecuador, and she resides within that framework of reality. Yes, that framework of language, that framework of people. It is within that framework. Now, step outside of that framework, and now you see that all is available, all is creatable, so to speak. So there is no what you call setup for you to come into. The setup, if you will, using that phrase, before you incarnate, you choose an experience of learning about a love, or an experience of learning about abuse, whatever that abuse is, mental, emotional, physical, does not matter. You came in to experience a particular emotionality. And from 0 to 7, from the time that you're born to the time that you're 7 years of age, you create an indelible imprint of the vibration and the energy of what you are going to experience in this lifetime that you're having, from 0 to 7. So whatever emotionality you saw or felt or heard or experienced is what you are setting up on that indelible imprint for that life experience. Now, as you go through your life experience at any point in time, since you are the creator and you created that indelible imprint, you can not only erase, but heal woundedness and emotionality that you set up for yourself all through the rest of your life experience. And that is why you come here, to learn about how powerful you really are, the grand being of light energy that you are. You're having a minor, we'll call it minor, you might call it major, does not matter, but an experience to learn about who you really are and how you desire to shift that, change the cellular memory that you put on that indelible imprint. It's all about experience, learning, growing, and becoming more.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. We have two more quick questions. And thank you so much. Dr. Laura, and I think these questions might even be connected. They're from different people, but I can see a similarity. Dr. Laura is asking, is there any, do you have any idea about if we are going to receive waves of galactic energy and light coming to the Earth? That's her question. And then Jay Mayer is asking, why aren't the angels or higher beings ending war and Holocaust on the planet?
Yes. Very good and excellent questions for humanity as a whole. And what we would say is the galactic energies that you call it, or waves that you call it, have always been and have always been coming and going, like the ocean or like the sea comes and goes. The waves come in and they go out. They come in and they go out. And what do the waves do? They come in and they lay down that indelible imprint of that wave, and then they go back out and they come in again. So those energies have always been on the planet and other realms of reality and other earth realms of reality as well. depends on the people on the planet and how they are raising the vibration of the planet, which is happening right now as we speak. Now, the other question, Scott, what was it?
It was about why don't angels or extraterrestrial
Yes.
life help to end war, poverty,
Yes.
Holocaust? Why
Yes.
don't we have more divine intervention?
Yes, you do. You have divine intervention all the time. All the time. Now, let us say this. There is universal law always. And the universal law is those that are non-physical vibrations and beings cannot come in and make changes at will. Now, you ask them for their help. That is another opportunity. You ask for their help. You continue to ask for their help all the time. Do that. Just say, help us, please, with the calamities that are happening on our planet. And let us say this to you all that are listening. Calamities, earth changes, always will be happening in this earth realm, this physical cellular realm that you're all experiencing. That is why you all came here, to experience all of this. No accidents, no mistakes. Good job, well done that you came. Now, you can truly shift the energy of the planet by asking for help. And the shift comes within you, firstly. As you shift, as you grow, as you become more, you're the pebble in the pond, and you affect all of humanity. Do not think that you, as a singular person, do not affect all of humanity. You do. So when you think thoughts that are unlike love, anything that is unlike love, when you think those thoughts and you place judgment and criticism on the planet that it's not going how you desire for it to be, think about what you are doing when you're placing criticism and judgment. It is a part of you. And we always say to humanity, when you see something outside of you that is distasteful to you and you have an emotion about it that is unlike love, ask yourself, what part of that is me that I'm denying to see? Because you're it. You come into this life experience as you are, alone, and you leave it alone. You're it. There isn't anyone else around you, and you can call it a hologram if you like. You can call it a play if you like. Does not matter. You can call it all of that. But you yourself, this being that you call yourself, you are the one that does the changing. You are the one that does the work. You are the one that creates an existence of love or unlike love.
Beautiful.
You don't like what you see, change what's within you. Because as you change what's going on within you, criticism and judgment, you will see it out there very differently.
Thank you. As Carol just wrote in the chat box, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We need to move forward. I'm going to give Alexandra a chance to come back into her body, and we'll come back to Barbara in a moment. But I want to let
the body at this time, and we offer them to you all blessings, peace, harmony, and joy.
Thank you very much. Thank you both, Alexandra, and beautiful being coming through you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra, and thank you, Carol. Oh my goodness.
I just want to direct, and we'll come back to Alexandra and Barbara in just a moment. But this is the website. And it's a gorgeous website. I've kind of been looking at it. There's a lot going on because Alexandra has been doing this work for so long. The website is alexandra-goldenarrow.com. Alexandra-goldenarrow.com. And
Thank you.
welcome back, Alexandra. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. My
Yes.
pleasure. Thank you for having me and us.
What a journey. What a journey this was this evening, and what a journey it will continue to be on your new show on Soul Search TV. We are honored and blessed to have you and Golden Arrow join and choosing our platform to express their wisdom. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to really expand and to grow Golden Arrow's work, because they're very powerful beings.
You're in for a treat, Alexandra, because usually by now, the best part of Global Peace Tribe show, Awakening World show has happened, because the best part is always almost our music. But because we had Peter and Nita, we are just now finally going to my beloved brother, our house musical artist, the man who makes all things happen, Mr. Omar.
Yes, indeed. Namaste, everybody. And Golden Arrow, that was truly profound. You took the words right out of my mouth. And there's a song right there. I felt so in alignment with that which Golden Arrow was bringing through you. It's just truth. It's undeniable.
Yes.
And so thank you very much.
Yeah,
and so
you're welcome.
Here's a song that we can move and groove to. And integrate a little bit. Let's see how it goes, shall we? So it goes like that, like that. The awakening world is rising through our hearts, through our lives, as we take the next steps together, walking tall, no disguise. And here we are again, loving all we see. We lift each other up, we let each other be, healing all the past, healing you and me, loving all that's gone, loving what's to be. The awakening world is rising through our hearts, through our lives, as we take the next steps together, walking tall, no disguise. Nothing left to say, nothing left to do. Let your spirit shine, let your spirit through. Time is what we have, time to think anew. Let inspiration flow, let inspiration through. lift each other up, we let each other be. We're healing all the past, healing you and me, loving all that's gone, loving what's to be.
In my account,
Awakening world
you can just hit buttons and open up the music.
through our hearts, through our lives, as we take the next steps together, walking tall, no disguise.
That's like my favorite song. It's all Twinkle Beloved Omar. Oh God, what a perfect song for you to be playing tonight.
And Eleanor, you rock, sweetheart. I love your your bed moves. Thank you so much for joining us. It's such a great joy to see you, and thank you so much.
You gotta love it. Even from the hospital bed, she's leading the way,
know, right?
leading the
Really?
dance. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
What a beautiful tribe. And I want to remind everybody that you can get all things Omar by going to his website. And his website is omar.com. omar.com. I'm going to go there right now. And it's always good for us to support him by going a little bit down, scroll down to Bandcamp. And this is where we can buy his albums, and he's going to get the most out of it. And there they are. There's 5 beautiful albums, soon to be a 6th one making its way there. And let's all support beautiful, beloved Omar. And we've got to enjoy him because he's going away soon for a few weeks. He is going to be going to visit his mom.
I got to go and visit my mum. She's had a really calamitous last couple of months of her life. And so now she's totally immobile, just lying in bed with her eyes closed 95% of the time. And so I need to go and give her some love. And I know that our beautiful brother Vagari knows that one. So it's just my time. So I'll be ixnaying for about 3 weeks. And will I join in the Global Peace Tribe? I don't know. Depends if I'm up at 4 a.m. However, thank you, Scott. Love you, brother.
Love you too. And you're still with us for a couple more weeks, right? You're
Yes,
leaving
yes,
on
yes,
the...
yes, absolutely.
Okay,
And
great.
looking forward to Peter Sterling again today, I think. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think Peter's going to come on back. So,
Wonderful.
and I believe Tangela, there's rumor, I just got a flash from CNN that there is a Tangela sighting somewhere in the Awakening World audience, and there she is. Welcome, Tangela.
Thank you. Hi, Scott. Hi, everyone. How are you guys? Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can. We've had a fabulous show so
Okay.
far. Paulina
That's what I've
rocked it.
heard.
Peter Sterling was amazing. We just saw Alexandra Golden Light. So it's been quite a show.
That's incredible. That's incredible. That's what I heard from Barbara as well, that you guys have been having a great time meeting our new Soul Search TV stars. And, you know, sorry I was a little bit late, but I'm here with Desiree.
Hey, there's one of our favorite people, Desiree and JJ.
Dr. Hertog. We have Bashar here as well. April.
Oh my!
We have Alan. Alan, say hello.
All of our favorite people are there.
I'm going to pass the phone around because everyone wants to say hello. But so yes, we've been having an amazing time at Suzanne's Sedona Ascension Retreat. It's been great. I did the opening meditation yesterday, which was a lot of fun, and we've had incredible talks all weekend, panels all weekend. Last night, Vivian Chauvet, Debbie Solaris, Wendy Kennedy, and others did this incredible galactic panel, which was awesome. And Bashar did this amazing channeling and Q&A here today. So it's been fun. I'm going to pass it over to Dr. Hertog to say hello.
Hey, hey, JJ. Hello, Desiree. Good to see both of you.
Yeah, good. Well, we just finished a panel with Linda Moulton Howe and also Anita Morjani and other friends, and it was on soul. So it was an amazing topic. We were all talking about what we see as the soul, and of course, Anita's had her own experience of that near-death experience, which is amazing. We talked about a higher self, so we're all connected.
We can't hear JJ.
Okay, hold on. Did something go off? Can you hear us now?
Yes, we can hear Desiree better than JJ.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me just summarize by saying that Sedona local spot and say indigenous expression. That's why people coming to Sedona, because there's so many activities here. We know that according to Hopi prophecy, extraterrestrial beings manifest here among other places in the world. You'll see 3 minutes going here to your program. All this represents
Unfortunately, JJ is going out, so we're only hearing. He's kind of coming in and out. So, Tangela, it would be better to just pass the phone.
I've got the phone in front of me.
Okay, there we go. Now I can hear you. Now we hear you.
We want to salute all of our people throughout the world that are praying for peace, meditating for positive change, preparing themselves to be vehicles of great ascension work. And this is what has come through with this great, marvelous conference on Sedona Ascension Retreat, where the best of the best are speaking of scientific breakthroughs, cultural breakthroughs, in my case, musical breakthroughs, using energy to make change work across the board, across the borders of civilization.
Beautiful.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity to speak to the world for your program. Keep up the great work. Remember, we are all musical instruments. The seventh seal, as it has been said mystically, is being broken because we are the horn or the vibratory vehicle to break the seventh seal to one of peace, joy, and transformation. And so my message to all of you is to keep up the great work of ascension in all directions. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, JJ. We love you and Desiree very, very much. Wow.
Hi, Scott. Were you able to hear Dr. Hertog?
We were able to hear at the end. At the end, we were able to hear him okay.
Okay. All right, great. He was passing on a very inspirational message to you guys. Here's Charlie.
There's Mr. Tangela. Hey, Charlie.
And Alan. Alan, here, I'm going to pass the AirPods to you so you can say hello.
I see Hey, Alan.
Hey, we have an incredible crowd here today, Scott. Are we going live, right?
You're live. You're on the Awakening World right now.
Well, you know, I love to be on the Awakening World. We have an incredible couple, or we're not coupled together, but we're sitting next to me having a very amazing conversation. This is Linda Moulton Howe talking to Daryl Anka. Now, that's a conversation that we'd like to eavesdrop on, you know?
No kidding. Absolutely.
Yes, Daryl just did an incredible channeling here in Sedona, and Linda did a great PowerPoint. So they're going into a kind of understanding of the next level of the ET reality, like what this really means for the planet. And these are two leaders, and each of them have been at this process for 40 years. So maybe I'll see if I can ask them if they. Let me let them finish the conversation. Then I'm just going to pass, and then we'll come back to it. So, Karen, you want to say hello to Scott Katama here? Tell him what your work is. What do you do?
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Well,
We're trying to get some dinner here. I'm Karen. I'm just what I do. I'm a project messenger. I get information from everybody.
you know what? We're not able to hear her very well.
Everything that could be added towards their information, put all together. I post it on Facebook.
So, as wonderful as it is to be tuning into our friends in Sedona, it's a little bit too hard to hear. So I'm going to actually shift the attention back to our agenda. And I'm going to shift it. Alan, it was a little too hard to hear. But just so you know, Jeffrey Colebrook is showing your book, Making Contact. There it is. There's the Keys of Enoch. So we love JJ and Desiree. We love Alan. We love everybody that's there. And hello, Linda. Good to see you. You guys are muted.
Okay. This is Scott Katamas, and he is broadcasting us live to his show. Do you have anything to say about what you've discovered today?
And actually baffling than I think that humans have ever understood on their own on Earth. And we're going to enter, I think, in this 10 years, in this decade, we're going to at least be introduced to one form of team. I hope it's not around a violent event, but there are a lot of people in government and military who are concerned that by 2030 we may have had some kind of a nuclear event on this planet, even tactical, that could be a real serious problem. And so everybody, everywhere, constantly on the most positive that you could possibly imagine to counter a lot of negativity that could be trying to take us down.
Well, I'm very positive that we have a great future ahead of us because people like this are coming together every week, So I think we have a chance to make it. Darryl, you want to say anything to our
Alan,
audience?
I'm gonna have to move on because it's really hard to hear you guys. It's hard to hear and see.
Okay.
But we get you.
Okay.
We get the intention. All right. We love you. What she was saying, if I heard correctly, was just talking about concern that there is a overall perception that there is the possibility that a nuclear explosion or exchange could take place. So let us send that to a different timeline. And we are choosing a different timeline. We're choosing a timeline of global peace. That's why we are the Global Peace Tribe. And we're going to get back to our agenda. We're running a little bit late, but we still have two more amazing guests, plus more music. So Barbara and Adelita, please introduce us to your wonderful guest.
We are staying in the flow of love here, and I can't imagine a more perfect example of that than my dear soul sister here, Adelita. She is an incredibly gifted psychic medium, and her gifts did not come easily. She went through what is probably the most unspeakable of tragedies that we can imagine. And through that tragedy, not only did she rise like a phoenix, but she was able to step into her sacred gifts and be able to pick herself up to share them with all of us, honoring her beloved son in the process. And I am over the moon, blessed and grateful that she chose Soul Search TV to tell her story and to help others with their own unique gifts in connecting with loved ones in spirit. Her show is entitled Medium Well, which I love, and it is an indication of her infectious and amazing personality. And I am just so blessed that she's here with us.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Barbara. And I am excited to be here. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the show. I've actually been filming. We did round 2 just last week. And we went through, I think I've got an 8-part series where we have spoken about, kind of like what my life was before. Because just so everybody knows, I was actually a code officer. Everything for me was black and white. There was no connection to my spirituality. It was just, it is what it is. We're okay. And it was actually after the death of my son that I literally fell to my knees, my heart broke open, and I went seeking answers. And I knew there had to be more, because I felt in my heart that there was something, because this child, I mean, I have 4 children, but this was the one that was supposed to take care of me when I got old. And that didn't happen. So I literally lost my mind to find my soul. And in truth, I mean, there's so many beautiful things that have come from this. And I'm being truthful in my authenticity, that it has not been easy. But I do want to show everyone that connection is real. Their bodies die, but their hearts and their being, their essence is always all around us. Always. And if I didn't truly know that, there's no way that I would be telling this story. There's no way that I would be able to sit literally for almost 10 hours today and do readings over and over and over and just help people connect with their loved ones. This is an honor and a blessing. And I know that me and my son had some sort of contract before we came here to do this, to make this my awakening, to be able to help people. Because I was born this way and I fought it tooth and nail. Even though I saw my first spirit at 4 years old, I always put it in the back of my head that it was just some kind of memory that I had messed up or made up. But I know it's real. And I am excited to bring this series to you, and it's going to be real and authentic, and that's all I can be. And it will resonate, because we have a 100% chance that we're going to lose somebody we love. So this is going to hold us accountable, meaning that, you know what, we're responsible for everything we say to everyone else. We're responsible for everything that we intend for others. If we just try to stay in the vibration of love and above. And it's normal to have emotions, and it's normal to go through the process. But, losing a child or anyone, it's like onions. It's like it layers after layers, and you unpeel and you unfold, and it's brand new and it's love. And I am so excited, because in the first series, we go through my life, what it was like before. And the second one, it's about my son, to honor Andrew, how he's going to be remembered for the light, no matter what. And then in the third one, it talks about like my process, my becoming. And I don't say this with pride. I have to be authentic, but my resistance to spirit, because I was a code officer. Everything was black and white. This had to be something I could feel. This had to be something I could see. It had to be tangible. It couldn't just be what it is, which is kind of funny, but spirit uses everything that we have inside of us to break us down and to work for them. And I mean that in the purest sense, because I had rebellion and I was stubborn. And I remember I'm like, oh yeah, you think I'm a medium? I'm just going to tell you whatever comes to my head, not realizing that's how it works. I'm not attached to it. It's not from me. It's not for me. So I just have to give it. So you know, and it goes through and I get to thank people. You'll see snippets of readings, you will see testimonials, you will see all kinds of aspects of my life. And I am excited to be part of the Soul Search family. And I could not think of anywhere else that I would be more comfortable sharing because of the high vibrational people and all of the love that surrounds it. So I am grateful for that. And now I'm recharged and I'm happy again. So I would love to be able to read for someone if they're open to it, because I'm already getting, you know, messages coming through. So if anyone is open, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up to tell you who's coming through. And just remember, the spirit world is like the human world. So it is definitely the spirit who's like pushing forward, like, oh, me first, that's going to come. That's going to be like, oh, I'm going to talk. So I have a very dominant male here. I'm smelling cigarette smoke and he makes me feel like he cannot breathe. And like, I'm just like, he is like in my face. I'm like, dude. So if you can understand that, would you please say that sounds like someone, because I feel a father. There is a father here.
Sorry.
That's
I'm
you.
going to go to gallery view.
Oh my
And if
God.
somebody, okay, Sylvia is raising her hand. So Sylvia, I'm going to put you on
Okay.
camera.
All right. So just for more clarification, I'm getting the initial R. So either of you, okay, even a last name or a middle name. Yes.
My father's birthday and death day was yesterday, and he smoked 2 packs a day.
Was he the kind of person that was like, I am in your face, I am right here, you're gonna talk? Okay, so that's the
But
end.
he was very strong personality. So he you know, he might insist on coming through because there's a lot.
That's what I was asking. And this is definitely an R name.
He was Jack Bernard Niedner. So I'll
let's hear from briefly from Diara. Diara, are you relating to this? Is this?
Yeah, my dad's middle name was Rolland. But I'm also looking at Pamela's husband's name begins with R. So wanting to make sure.
Let me see if I can find Pamela and bring her up. Pamela, put your hand down.
I'm seeing like tubes. Like I'm seeing somebody with tubes in their nose for like oxygen.
My
but
dad died of
being
cancer.
so defiant that they removed it just enough to smoke. If you can understand that, this is for you, because this person they're showing me that I was this defiant, because they're telling me, oh, you talk about defiance. What? Look at this. Like that's what they're showing me. So is this something that your father would do? If you're not sure, then it's probably not for you. Does anybody understand this?
So sometimes it can also, is it right that it can be a message for somebody you know?
Exactly. And what I want to share with you is whenever I do readings, it can be a message that you are the messenger. This can be something you remember after the reading, or this can be a future event. But this soul is definitely pushing. They want to come through. So I'm going to ask them to step aside. And Barbara, your father is here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, he's telling everybody, look at my baby. Like, look at my baby. You are his baby. You are his precious jewel, is what he says. And he wants to thank you. He talks about being taken care of, that you took care of him in spite of everything that you did, in spite of like how busy your schedule was. You always made time for him, and you never made him feel like a burden, Barbara.
Yeah.
And he says, thank you.
And he passed from lung cancer. It was a smoker and passed
okay.
from lung cancer.
Okay, and like attracts like, so as soon as we have one, we have another. So, how funny. He is showing me a picture of you and you have popsicle all over your face. And he said that photo was taken around the 4th of July or a holiday, and that you have it all over your face. So I'm being told, ask her to see it. So you're going to look through photos and you're going to find that.
That would make sense.
Because you have popsicle all over your face, and you didn't even, you were
That
like
could have been last
oblivious.
Tuesday.
But that's what he's talking about. And
Wow.
he's saying that he had a lot of junk to go through.
Yeah.
And you still have stuff in storage?
Yes.
Yeah, he's telling on you. You haven't gone through it. This is how he wants people to know she dealt with it by putting it in storage. She's not gone through a lot of it yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
he's
was just talking about that with my daughter.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's calling her out. So he does say that he loves you. He is always around you, and he's teasing you about your car. And we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that.
That makes sense too.
A reminder that in terms of the first person that you were feeling, the majority of people watching the show are watching on Facebook. We just can't, they can't relate to us and connect to us. That's why it's best to come into the Zoom room. So I'm guessing that you probably hit the bullseye for someone who wasn't in the Zoom room, but somebody who's watching on Facebook. And if you are watching on Facebook and she hit the bullseye, maybe go to my profile page. I'm the only Scott Katamas on the planet. It's easy to find me. There's my name in the little box. And send me a message. Send me a private message or post it on Facebook so I can share that with Adelita.
Absolutely. And if that is you, please respond, because I will gift you a reading. I will gift that, because all today has been about giving back. So I sat in Sedona all day, and people are asking, well, what do you charge? I said, well, it's love offerings, because I was told it's about giving back.
Wow.
This is about giving back today. So, I mean, I talk about rebellious. I was like, oh my gosh, but Spirit loves me, took care of me, and everything happens for a reason. So blessings to you, and thank you so much for allowing me. And I look forward to everyone watching me on How to Medium Well with me, Medium Adelita. Thank you.
Beautiful. And you can also find out more about her and schedule appointments with her by going to her website. It's Medium Adelita, Adelita, mediumadelita.com. And that's where you can book a session with her, learn more about the beautiful work that she's doing, and clearly very, very powerful. So Barbara, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, amazing.
We're running a little bit late. I was going to do Global Peace Tribe announcements next, but let's go to Nita, because she's out in Florida and I want to make sure she gets a good night's rest. So Nita, I'm bringing you back on. And I'm also going to bring on the fellow that kind of connected you to us, our mutual friend and brother, Lloyd Bard. And Lloyd and I are both here in Ashland, where you will be playing soon. Hey, Lloyd, thank you so much for all the wonderful people you've introduced. You and I have many friends in common, from Kristen Hoffman on, and this is a wonderful discovery for our awakening world. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Netta is a gem among gems. And I discovered her because, there's no such thing as discovery in this realm, but there's tuning. And a friend of mine sent me a video that was Netta with the Mike Love, not the Beach Boys Mike Love. The other one says title song, Remember You're Dreaming, from her beautiful deluxe book and CD. And I went, wow. And then there was another song with Deva Premal called Lead Me On. I went, who is this woman?
Lead the way.
Immediately invited her to come to Ashland and put on a music show here, which was last October. And it just set a whole new standard for an offering of divine music and miracles. And so Netta's coming back, and she'll be here April 6th, 7th, and 8th in our dear, beautiful Ashland town. Big public concert, Saturday night the 6th, a voice liberation workshop, which is not entirely about that part of the voice. It's seriously deep work. And then a private house concert. So I'll post in the chat. It's Lloyd with 2 L's at well with 2 L's.com, or contact Netta or contact Scott. And I know most of you have not seen or heard or met Netta, but all I can say is she's a beautiful artist and she's totally for real, and she brings exactly what she offers. So thank you.
We will all be there. I put the information in the chat box. We'll also send it out to our whole Twin Ray community, and we will look forward to meeting you in person on April 6th, Netta. And thank you again, Lloyd, for all that you do. And Netta, how's your experience, your first experience of Global Peace Tribe been tonight?
Wow, it's so beautiful, so interesting. Like there's so much going on too, like so many different people. Yeah, it's beautiful and really synchronistic too to see all the people from Sedona. I'm like, what? That's where I'm going next, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, definitely make sure you and Barbara connect, and I can imagine them creating something for you.
Yeah, and I'll send you the links to my concert and voice liberation workshop in Sedona, so you can forward that to them. Because yeah, it's
Pop that in right away.
It's like a full day. The voice liberation workshop in Sedona is going to be a full day, and like Lloyd said, it's so deep. Like it's really using the voice to heal trauma, to heal even things from past lives can come up. Like the voice is such a powerful tool to release. And it's a beautiful way, I think, as well for people to experience this for themselves. Because something like here, we see all these beautiful channels, and something that we can do sometimes is make people so special and think like, oh, they're the only ones that can hear spirit, and actually spirit is speaking to all of us all the time, right?
Absolutely. That's right.
And we're not listening because there's so many blocks, you know. So with voice liberation, what we do is actually remove those blocks so that the channel is clear and that we can hear that inner connection, we can hear that inner voice. So I really welcome everyone to that. I'll send you the links.
Okay, great. And you're going to bless us with a little bit of something right now?
Yeah. Oh, I thought maybe because we ran out of time that was not
No. We're just going to go a little bit longer tonight.
Okay. I love it. Yeah, well, actually, in that, I would love to just do a little bit of the voice liberation. And just to tune in, I'm going to put the view back on gallery because I love to see you all. Yeah, just to get an experience of getting in touch with our own voice. So just feel how that is for you. And yeah, if you want to stay silent and just be in meditation, that is fine as well. But if you like to experience something and join with me in sound, you can do that as well. So let's start just by closing our eyes and taking a moment to just be here and notice. Just notice again, like, okay, how am I sitting here right now? What is going on for me? I've already had so many beautiful, beautiful healing mini sessions. Things might have come up or shifted, so just notice, breathe into it, maybe see if you need a little shake or a stretch or a yawn. And for the people that were there already in the beginning, we do that voice liberation sigh. So the voice liberation sigh is a big sigh with a very open, like really exaggerating open mouth. So you inhale on whatever is present for you, whatever's present, wherever you feel it, you inhale into it. And you exhale on a big sigh and open up your mouth. Yeah, let's do that again and really exaggerate opening your mouth. Let's do that again. So just become present with what is there. Maybe it's shifted. Notice where you feel that in your body. In your chest or in your heart center, in your belly, just without any judgment, just notice what is going on. And breathe into that, into whatever's present for you. Breathe in deeply. And exhale on a big sigh. Open up your mouth. Really relax your jaw. Beautiful. And now we're going to see if we can add some sound to that. So, as everything is vibration, these feelings that are in our bodies, these thoughts, these patterns, these blocks, they have a certain vibration, they have a certain sound as well. So you can really tune into that and release it through your voice. And you don't have to consciously understand what it is you're doing. You can really trust that your voice knows the way. So just surrender to your voice. And so we inhale into what is present and you exhale on a sound. So just notice again, maybe even as I'm saying this, there's maybe some oh, maybe my neighbors are going to hear me, or, oh, this is a little weird, or I've never done this before, or thoughts about, oh, I can't sing, my voice is not good. You know, all of us were able to sing so freely as little children, right? We were just so free, and so yeah, we would dance, we would sing, and there would come this point where, you know, we would hear to be silent and to behave, and we silenced ourselves, you know, and the voice, a lot of us have very blocked throat chakras, and we forgot to use the voice freely and to speak freely and to share our truths freely. So just notice if any of that comes up, even maybe emotions or whatever. So just become present again. See, okay, what am I feeling? Where am I feeling it? Inhale into that. And exhale on whatever sound wants to come out. Open up your mouth. Relax. Let it be a very comfortable, very relaxing sound. You don't have to try to sing beautifully. Just very relaxed. And let's do that in our own tempo. So you keep tuning in into what is present, and you just exhale on a sound, whatever wants to come out. Just ask those feelings or the thoughts that come up. What do you sound like? Voice it. Give it space through your voice. Maybe there's some funny noises that want to come out, or some shakes, some moves. Just let it come up. However it wants to come out. Don't judge it. Just let it come up and out. Good. Yeah, just go on and relax your face, relax your jaws. Just give it space. Just be curious about what sounds want to come up and out. Just give it space. And if the body wants to move along, give it space as well. If you feel to stand or move, just be open, don't judge it. See if you can make a lower sound, really feel it in your belly. So if you were making a very high sound, see if you can drop into your lower belly. Really feel it. Feel that in your belly. And open up your mouth. Open up your jaw. Good. Amazing. Let's let out one more big sigh. How does that feel? Doesn't it feel good? Give space through sound. I see a lot of thumbs ups. This is just like a tiny, tiny exercise, but it's so great. Like our voice is is such a natural healer. It's really so powerful, and most of us forgot to use it. And I really invite in my workshops and my retreats. I give retreats all over the world as well, in Bali, in Mexico, and in Holland. Um, a lot of people that come to me always say that they believe that they can't sing. And, I really feel the voice is reflecting who we truly are. So, I mean, we are pure love in truth, and we're covered in a bunch of stuff that is hiding that light. And the same thing happens with the voice. The more, that's why I don't teach singing classes anymore. I used to teach singing class for a long time, for years. And I stopped doing that because I realized through my voice liberation work that the more blocks we release, the more trauma we release, the closer we come to who we truly are, the more beautiful and warmer and lighter and just more harmonic our voice gets. So it's so amazing to see in these workshops at the moment that we're just honest and we can just share like, hey, this is what I'm feeling right now, and I'm not gonna hide it, and I'm gonna be very authentic in how I'm sharing my voice. Every time I get goosebumps, I just get tears because it's so beautiful. It sounds like a whole angel choir is singing to me. And these are all people that at the beginning say that they can't sing, and they themselves are so surprised of like, holy, what is happening, So I hope for all of you, no one here ever will say again that they can't sing. Maybe just that you forgot how to use your voice, but it's very easy to remember, and it's a big part of my purpose to guide people into remembering how to use the voice for healing, and that's why it's called voice liberation. And it's not just the voice that liberates, it's the soul that liberates along with the voice. So I hope to see you guys live at one of the events. First one is going to be in Florida, then Sedona. I have one also in the south of California in Laguna Niguel near LA. And the last ones are going to be with Lloyd in Ashland. So you can go to my website, netaboing.com/events for an overview.
And here it is. Here's her events. I'm going to give the dates. She'll be in Sedona on March 15th and March 17th. She'll be with us here in Ashland, April 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then she's back to the Netherlands. So we'll all go to the Netherlands and see her there. Now, looking forward to meeting you in Ashland.
Put in there. I don't know where they are, but I'll put them in there. There's some more. Yeah, the first one is this Tuesday in Venice Beach, Florida. I don't know if there's anyone.
I don't know if we have people from Florida, but we definitely have people watching from Southern California, definitely Sedona.
Okay.
Half the people here are in Sedona or Ashland. So this is perfect. Absolutely.
Okay. I would love to see you guys. Thank you so much for having me, Scott.
God bless you, Nita. Looking forward to meeting you in person.
But I'll see you in Ashland then, right? I didn't know
sure
you were
will.
there as well.
You will.
Okay, that's so great.
A hug is on its way, and I'll be bringing a lot of friends.
Awesome. Looking so much forward to it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Lots of love. Bye, everyone.
Well, a wonderful, magical thing happened. Obviously, Adelita was very, very clear that she was getting a man named R, and we were trying to figure out who it was for. Well, Christy Michaels texted me, said, Scott, that's my father. That's exactly my father. And so I gave Christy the Zoom room. And so, Adelita, I'm going to put the camera back on you, and I'm going to put you on. We got to be brief because we're already way over time, but here is Christy Michaels, who's one of our most beloved Global Peace Drivers. Christy, you're on camera, and tell us why you believe this was your dad.
Hi. Yeah, my father was, he was a heavy smoker, and he didn't care who his smoke was impacting. He would just smoke all around you. So as a little kid, I was always having to breathe his smoke. And he died from being a heavy smoker and a heavy drinker. And right up until he had like 5 minutes to live. And I walk into the hospital because the doctor called him and said, you better come over because your dad's going to be gone. And I walked in the hospital room, and he was just obstinate, and I want this and I want that, and demanding, and being just the arrogant asshole that he was for a lot of his life. And I just went, dude, you're about to die. would you just shut up and let me love you? But that's what I was saying inside myself. I wanted to say that to him because I was running over there because I was daddy's girl and I wanted to give him some love. And he was just bossing me around and triggering me big time. And I think that's because he was afraid and he didn't know, he just didn't know what to do except to be an asshole.
And Christy, what's the R connection?
His name was Robert. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Adelita, is there anything?
Your name is Christy, is that correct?
Pardon?
Your name is Christy?
Yes.
Okay, Christy, do I have permission to connect to your energy?
Yes.
Okay, universal light, love, and energy. I ask for the greatest and highest good for Christy. I ask for clear and evidential messages and all that she is to know. And I thank you for this protection and all that is sacred, holy, and divine. Now, when I'm connecting directly to you, this is because I'm honing into you. And your dad has that energy. I feel that your dad and you had like bumping heads like all the time. And like I'm getting that he was stubborn. And stubborn doesn't, you said the A word, but I'm not going to say that. But he admits to being stubborn. He admits that he didn't want to go. There is a resistance for him. And he's showing me he was afraid because there were religious things that he pushed away. Anything sacred he wanted no part of. And I'm also feeling that since he has passed, for you directly, you smell cigarette smoke and nobody's smoking. Do you understand that? He's showing you he's around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is something about his toast. I don't know if he wanted it extra buttery or burnt. There's some special way he's talking about his toast. I don't know the relevance, but he's excited about telling me about his toast.
Well, he was a gourmet cook, and
Oh.
so everything had to be just perfect.
So
the toast had to be cooked just the gourmet way, or it was not.
Okay.
It's not
That-
allowed.
he
know?
just-
And
he-
I
he's
just wanted my
laughing.
peanut butter and
Yeah.
jelly sandwich. I couldn't eat.
Laughing, and he's telling me you'd be happy with an Uncrustable, but even his toast had to be perfect. Do you understand?
Everything,
Even
he was
his
like-
toast. Yeah, and everything. So I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for allowing me to connect to his energy. Any final messages I'm asking him? And he says, thank you for honoring me.
Right. Well,
Thank you
I
for
finally
honoring-
figured out that he must have been really scared. And because he actually was a very charismatic man and he did a lot of good in the community, was a community man. And he was progressive. He like helped people that were being marginalized. He broke glass barriers and things like that. So I saw who he was.
He was kind
But
of a speaker. He
I
said he
had
was
to confront him about his alcoholism. As a little kid, I had to walk into the living room where he was drunk as a skunk at 8 o'clock in the morning and say, listen, dude, this is not going to fly in this house. And you either sober up or you're going to lose all of us. And I turned around and walked away. So
Right.
that's why he didn't like me telling
Right.
him.
Right.
But he did sober up. He got the
He
message.
Christy, I think she's wanting to share something with you. So,
He said, I got my stuff together. And he is saying, Led, you want to talk about your stuff. So I'm going to end it there on a good note.
Well,
And
I've been praying
so
for him
much-
to help me, because he knows how to do stuff, but I could use more help from him.
He's funny. He talks about your lights, like there's a light that you keep changing the bulb. So he's talking about how he makes himself known in your home. But it was a pleasure to give you the few messages. Thank you for coming forward. I appreciate you and love and light. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Adelita, for coming back. Really appreciate that. Have we heard from Tony? Is Tony with us?
He's here. He joined the party. He's been chanting and singing and happy and we've been having a good time.
Well, oh, here.
Okay, hey, Tony, I'm glad you're here. All right, give me 1 minute. I just got to do some Global Peace Tribe announcements, and then we're going to come back to Tony, who's going to do some wonderful readings for us. So we're going to be kind of quick. Just want to let you know that next week we've got on Wednesday night a pair of authors, and Jeffrey Colbrook has been posting about it in the chat box. We're going to hear from two wonderful authors, including Lee Kemper, who wrote the book Tethered to the Cosmos. She combines esoteric mysteries and cutting-edge science. And so she's going to be with us on Wednesday night. And she's going to be joined, and I'm really excited about this, with one of our favorite people, Anadea Judith is coming back. And Anadea Judith, of course, wrote Wheels of Life, which is kind of the Bible of understanding the chakra system. And she has a new book out all about the goddess. So we're going to have two extraordinary women with us on Wednesday night. And then on Saturday night, periodically we collaborate with Global Coherence Pulse and the Connection Field. And next Saturday night is one of those nights. Now, during the day, there will be a Global Coherence Pulse event at 12 noon featuring Irvin Laszlo, who's an extraordinary elder and wisdom keeper. And then in the evening, Irvin and several of the people from the Connection Field and Global Coherence Pulse will be joining us. And of course, we'll have music from Omar. We'll have a KES group healing. So that's going to be what's happening on the Awakening World next week. Thank you, everybody, again, for all the support that you've given to Piper Dellums and to our beloved Eleanor Joy. Wasn't it wonderful to see Eleanor Joy still dancing and moving and grooving from the bed? Wasn't that just beautiful, right? So, and I know that I can see you guys waving your hands up and down. Ironically, I think her beloved Ian just came into the Zoom room. So those are our Global Peace Tribe announcements. And now introduce our final guest, but then we have music and a beautiful healing experience planned with Diara. And Peter Sterling is going to come back, I believe, and play more music. But here is Barbara and a brand new guest.
Yes, I am so excited to announce that our newest show will be by this amazing human being here, my new soul brother. The second we met each other, which was just not even a month ago,
Yeah.
it was just instant synchronicities, right and left and right. He fills my text chat with pure joy. And I'm just so thrilled he is going to be gracing us with his love, his pure heart, his humor, and his channeling. So Tony Gazi is the Antarian heart. He is a channel and a spiritual guide working through the Praying Mantis Collective, which I can't wait to learn more about, and specifically the Antares Stargate, to bring through messages of unconditional love and integration to help guide humanity back to its true self and essence by activating a remembrance of who we are and creating a life of alignment. And so I'm excited to allow you to channel and to bring forth a message for our group tonight and for humanity. But first, want to tell us a little bit about how this came to be for you, and so specifically the Praying Mantis Collective.
Yes. So I'm Lebanese. I was born in Lebanon, and then I moved to the US when I was 15 years old to Washington, D.C. Of course, didn't speak any English, spoke French and Arabic. And of course, you go through life, you go to high school and then college and all these good things. And I was Christian, so I grew up in the Christian kind of tradition. And I always believed in like faith, but I had this little dot in my, I guess, heart that I would say now, that I knew everything would be fine. But it was a very faint, like voice, very faint point. About 3 years ago, exactly when COVID came, or like 4 years ago, my mind opened up. Like I went from completely three-dimensional to complete awareness of everything. And all the shows that I would watch became like, for 3 months, I watched everything on Gaia.
Yeah.
I knew like nothing. I mean, like I would hear these concepts and I would not like switch the channel. A lot of it was like, what's like, I didn't understand it, but I was there episode after episode after episode. It was like 3 months straight. And then it just kind of like filled, I guess, my consciousness with all that remembrance. And then I had one past life regression where I remembered being a praying mantis, like the face of him came as a triangle. And like they brought through this one specific message about the heart. And I knew then what knowing is, like knowingness. Like I cannot describe to you when I say I know, like I know. It's beyond thought, it's beyond belief. And then I followed the synchronicity. I followed the calling, and I followed the synchronicity. So I'm a realtor, like back in DC, a very 3D job. Although I do a lot of spirituality, I am kind of awakening. And the only reason that I'm saying that is to encourage you, whatever job you have, whether in the corporate world, whatever job it is, don't ever think that's only your identity. You are a multidimensional being, and you're always connected, and you're infinite, and you're pure love, and you're pure light, and just follow that heart and break through that barrier, and don't be within the matrix. Get out of that box. Don't be afraid. Be the light that you are to allow others to be that light. If you continue having that mask on of being the 3D job or whatever it is, you're telling the rest of the world, be that. So break everything. So I go and I still sell real estate, and I have a lot of clients. I have all these things on my face. I go to the corporate world, World Bank, IMF, IFC, like massive like companies, exactly with all these things on my face. And everybody really embraces it. Like they ask questions, but I'm being me. And I see in their face that they want to be them, whatever that is. If you're an artist, if you're a dancer, if you're a singer, if you're a channeler, but it gives you that permission to break away. And this visual helps because be like, oh my God, like this guy's doing X, Y, and Z, but he looks this way and he's totally himself with no apology and with heart, of course. So that's a small like snippet of the story.
Well, I love that because it's really about, which is all of our mission, to help people awaken to and remember who they truly are. And we can only do that if we have permission in the 3D world to be that. Like you said, to go to a corporate bank, to go to Walmart and be that, right? That's
and it's
amazing.
so beautiful because when you walk in the street, wherever you are, you're emanating energy. It's like, don't forget that you're creating an impact, even if you don't say a word. That energy is seeping through everyone, and they're feeling that energy, and like they're recognizing that energy within them. Whether you see it, you don't see it, they tell you, or like they don't tell you, it's completely irrelevant. Know that with every walking step you make on your path, physically, you're creating an impact by being your authentic version of who you are. And that means breaking through the barriers, not listening, to society, to your mom and dad, even to your friends. Follow your heart, listen to your heart.
That's amazing. And it takes courage to do that. It takes courage, but having people like you as an example who really walk the talk in the 3D world, it gives the rest of us permission to do the same and to find that courage, because it's simply just saying yes to who you truly are.
Yes. And then when you know it, it's beyond courage. It's not even courage and like knowingness. Like I cannot live without being like this. Like no way on earth.
Yes.
And I just awoke not too long ago. I mean, the awakening process starts little by little, right? You awaken one day, 3 months go by because you're back into your 3-dimensional job. Then there's another step. But since last July, everything shifted, and I have literally exponentially exploded. Being on all these events and like meeting Barbara and being here, just amazing synchronicity. And I wasn't supposed to be here actually today. I was called on Wednesday, 3 p.m. to come join the show.
In Sedona, the Sedona Ascension Retreat.
In Sedona. And I live in DC. I had to get it. I said yes without knowing if I could get it. I flew in literally like within 9 hours, trusting that everything will happen and unfold. But that's how synchronicity works. When you step into your truth, things unfold in the right timing.
That's it. He didn't even think that he would be able to do the show. And he said, I'm sorry, I'm doing this Ascension Retreat in Sedona. And I said, guess what?
She's here. like I was apologizing to her that I can't make it because I have this retreat that I was invited to last minute. And she's like, well, I'm there and we're filming it from there. I'm like, what? Like it was insane.
Meant to be.
Totally.
So how does your process work for our viewers this evening?
Sure.
Do you go into trance? Are you aware of?
So I go into trance. I'm half aware, and then I'm not half aware. But then like when I wake up, I completely like forget. But if we speak about it in dialogue, I get small snippets, and then like remembrances. But I'll go into like the channeling state, and I'll bring a quick message. And the mantises love to dialogue. They love to hear your questions because they learn through this interaction, and they bring energy back to source. So please feel free to ask any questions you want. And I don't, of course, as we all do this, we don't know what messages come through. It's all on this collaboration and this co-creation between all of us. And what needs to come through will come through in its own relevant way for this now moment for all of us. And there's always healing happening. There's always energy. There's sound, like there's color frequencies, and there's also light frequencies that are being emanated into everyone and everything. So it's going to be amazing.
That's amazing. All right. On that note, should we take it away?
Yes. You ready?
Oh, yes, we are ready. Is
So I'll
everybody ready?
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
Okay. So I'll go into the quick state. It may take me 20 seconds and I'll speak. And then like once they finish the message, they say you may ask a question or something of that sort. And then we can begin the dialogue. Okay. And through the Antares galaxy, we come through in this way to deliver healing energies and bring oneness back to source. We would like to thank you for this beautiful co-creation and this exchange of energies, as you are energy beings. You are fractals of source itself. You are light geometric structures shining light upon your own selves and others. Do not forget that you are part of source. You are that source itself that decided to come to earth and fracturize itself in many pieces simply to live and experience existence itself from the many facets, the different angles of creation. And everything in your world, everything as an experience in your physical life is simply an experience with no meaning. You place the meaning upon it. You are the creators of those experiences. You are creating this whole play on this beautiful stage of reality. And your physical dimension is literally an illusion to allow you the opportunity to see yourself beyond the light being that you are, to see yourself from a very limited version. And through that journey, you have the opportunity to rediscover the light and love essence that you are made of. And with that, we welcome you in this beautiful co-creation of creation itself. You may pose a question or make a statement in your own timing.
I have a question. There's a lot of conversation about what some people call the bifurcation, that we're coming to a time in human history in which there's going to be a big split, maybe a split of alternate realities, parallel universes. Do you or your collective have anything to say about that?
You see, from our perspective, we see things from a grander view. We know that what you call the split has always been occurring in your own personal lives. Do not forget. From a collective point of view, yes, there is a percentage in a sense where the many of you have been on the same frequency and vibration that, yes, you may call it as a collective split. But in reality, you have literally split from the beginning when you were source. That initial split that gave source the opportunity to reflect to itself and understand what oneness is and what self-reflection is that first split. So you're always splitting yourself because you live multidimensionally in the many, many, many facets of realities. Yes?
Yes. So yeah, we're constantly splitting. So there's not necessarily, but just curious, do you perceive that there's going to be a parallel Earths, alternate realities? Is it going to be a significant split within the next few years, or is it just more of the way it always is?
You see, in a sense, it is always has been this way. But from your perspective, when you speak of the idea of splitting in a specific timeline, it is in a sense limited to this physical dimension in a sense, yes?
Mhm.
So it depends on the creatorship and the decisions, in a sense, and the free will that you take. But in your collective, as you see, there have been many people that have been awakening, whether through channeling, through mediumship, through art, whatever it is. There has been a higher number of your humans that have been hearing the calling and following their hearts. And yes, that will help assist you to shift into a new reality should you choose to.
Okay. Here's a question from Morgine. When we are successful with many things and one thing keeps us stuck for decades, are there any suggestions on how to help ourselves with something like this? Thank you so much.
Nothing keeps you stuck should you not choose or believe the idea of being stuck. The idea of being stuck comes from the limited version of separation. And when you do not embrace that reality, that existence, that thought as a valid experience of all that is, when you do not embrace it and bring it back to you, you create separation and distance. And that distance makes you feel, in a sense, that you're unable to integrate it back to you. So redefine what you call as being stuck and bring it back to your heart and give it credence, give it the power that it is part of reality. It is part of source itself. It is a valid experience. And once you do that, then you merge it back into the wholeness of who you actually are. And through that wholeness of who you actually are, you're able to shift and create choices and make decisions that are aligned with the wholeness of who you are and not the split versions of who you are. Yes?
Beautiful. Questions are flying in. Dorina Joy asks, what is the best way to heal ourselves individually and collectively?
Yes. Always begin with self. Because once you are vibrating in a state of frequency of the healed state, you are emanating that energy back to the collective, giving them the opportunity through their free will choice to do that. Begin seeing your bodies as being beyond just the physical body that you know. Begin seeing your biological bodies as conscious entities, that intelligent entities. Each cell of your body is intelligence in its own right. It is part of who you are. It is almost as if the body of your human contains millions and millions of identities. Each one is a cell. Begin seeing it as intelligence, as light body, as beyond the physical limited version. And through that, communication will occur. Vibration and frequency will shift.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you. Here's a question. This is very sweet given the praying mantis connection. TR asks, how can we help people love the creepy crawlers, the insects more to remove fear of species?
What you say, creepy crawlers, are source itself. Begin seeing everything as part of the light, God, source, however you define it, because it is a facet of it. It is an expression of source. How else can source expand if it doesn't express itself in the many infinite ways? Whether it's a human, it's the wind, it's sun, it's the oceans, your fish, your animals, your insects. It is all part of source. Begin seeing everything as a light, conscious, intelligent being. And once you see that and know that, then there is no way in existence that you are unable to identify it as a conscious being of source. It is simply a costume of such. Yes?
Beautiful. And DR is responding, yes, reverence for all life. Thank you. I think those are the questions. I'm looking to see if there's anything else. Well, I'll just ask, what are the best ways for us to raise our consciousness? What are some of the tips from your collective or your way for us to raise our consciousness?
Heart, 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 heart is the portal to all. breaking away from old definition, antiquated belief systems, stepping into your truth, listening to the calling, speaking your voice, expressing your multidimensional identity, breaking away from the norm. That is the best method that will lead you to your heart, because through that experience, you will find the authentic version of who you are. You break away the costumes, you take them off one after another, after another, after another, until you reach your core, the light body of who you are.
Hmm.
Yes.
Beautiful. Are there any final words? And again, I know this is just a little homeopathic dose of your wonderful wisdom. Any final things that come through maybe for our particular group that are watching tonight?
Yes. Remember that it is through your infinite power of creation that you create the illusion of disempowerment. It is through your infinite power of creation that you create the illusion of separation. It is through your infinite power of being the powerful source that you create every experience in your reality. So remind yourself that you are a powerful being. Remind yourself that it is me that is creating those experiences for my own expansion. Because how else can source or you expand unless you experience the multitude of infinite experiences? And what is infinity? Infinity is a forever looping existence that continues on and on and on and on and on. There is no destination. The journey is the destination.
Beautiful. Thank you. Barbara, do you have any questions?
When Tony, I have many questions, but when Tony comes back, I would love to ask about the beautiful piece that is on his forehead right now and the significance, because there is so much energy emanating from that piece. I would love to actually know more about the significance of that as I'm sitting here experiencing it next to this amazing channel.
Yes, we are happy to dialogue with you in this way. It is the ARK crystal by Nassim Harameini. He is a physicist, quantum genius, if you will, who has created this crystalline structure in a laboratory through specific geometric angles with titanium to allow water molecules, energies to align in a specific way for alignment, in a sense. And the channel was drawn to purchase it, really not knowing the details of what it is. Although the crystal is normally worn as a pendant, he was immediately called to wear it on his forehead. Many of whom said the energy that emanates through such a crystal is so powerful. How can he stand it on his forehead? When he put it on his forehead, it felt like home. He even was able to see himself in a parallel reality where he was made of crystalline structures, where his whole forehead, from the inside out, emanated crystalline structures to reflect light, to connect with that version of who he is beyond the physical body. It is a permission slip, of course, for all, but it is a beautiful piece that was called to be on his forehead.
It is quite amazing. And one last question, if I can. So when you talk about experience being meaningless, that we are creators of experience, the experience itself is meaningless. What is a tool for us keeping that in mind and in heart as we navigate these very stressful times on our planet? in our government, in our society right now, and all of the changes that are and the shifts that are happening.
Indeed. Remember that everything is a matter of perspective, meaning you as a creator place those meanings, and through those meanings, you are able to see a different perspective. When we say that they are meaningless, we don't mean there is no value there. What we are saying is through your creatorship of being the infinite source, that depending on what meaning you place, you get an experience of such. And oftentimes your society asks about wars, asks about atrocities, children being killed, things of that sort. And our response is always, the reason that you see wars from the perspective of negativity is because you disempower those souls. You disempower the children. You even disempower the perpetrators. Remember, every single human, every single insect, every single water species, planets, universes are all conscious beings and part of the all source. And through those experiences, those powerful, those strong souls who have chosen to play on the role of being a victim, allows you, as the other being observing them, to have compassion, to open your heart even beyond what you think a heart is, to allow you to experience love from a version expanded beyond what you have experienced love is. So it is through those tough moments that you call that your heart is open. But it takes a strong soul to play that role to give you that opportunity of such. And begin seeing every aspect of creation as a powerful being. And once you do, then you simply realize that it is a role on stage that these children are playing, or the perpetrators are playing. And that's where the meaningless part comes in. If you define these children as being victims, then you experience that reality. If you define the perpetrator as being evil, then you experience that reality. If you define them as being the beautiful light being that they simply are playing on the stage of creation. And through that experience of creation, it allows me the opportunity to open my heart even further than it ever was opened before. Then the whole world shifts. Your whole idea of wars and atrocities and low vibration frequencies shift. And then you go back to the neutrality aspect of everything, that everything is neutral and you are the creator. You place a meaning, and through that you expand. There is no invalidity. Everything is valid. Infinity is everything. All experiences are valid. And once you place that validity and bring it back to your heart and remind yourself that everything is part of creation, that everything becomes nonsensical. Yes?
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm going to take people to where they can learn more about Tony. And it's his website. And his website is, again, his name, Tony Gazi. He spells it TonyGazi.com. TonyGazi.com. You can book sessions with him. He does channeling, and we can learn all about his mantis crystal skulls. What a beautiful, beautiful being this man is. And Barbara, just what a joy to have him with us. People are really coming in. Also, I just want to acknowledge Reverend Jeffrey, who's one of our regular Global Peace Drivers, always reminding us about Nassim Harriman and the work that he's doing with the Arc Crystal. And so I'm glad you're with us, Jeffrey, since we see a little demonstration here on Tony. All right. A reminder again, everybody, that you can learn all about these beautiful beings by going to soulsearch.io, soulsearch.io, and that's where it all happens. Peter Sterling was going to come back, but I don't see him here. which means we are blessed to have one more song from Omar.
Oh.
Is that an like or
Oh,
Peter?
Right here, I'm
Peter is
sorry.
here. Let's bring Peter on.
I was backstage in the green room.
Oh, well, welcome back. And I'm so grateful that you're going to bookend our show. We will complete with a group healing from Diara, but this will be a wonderful transition from all this information into a higher vibration to prepare us for the group healing.
So I'll just play one more piece to bring it down, and then you're going to go into a group healing.
Exactly. And Peter, whatever flows through you, I know will be perfect.
Okay. I
Thank
have
you
some
for
of my
coming.
portals of light art behind me. It's my little showroom here.
Do we have time to look at it? Do you want to grab a couple of them and show them to us?
You can kind of see this is what I've got
Amazing.
going here.
Wow.
This is my portals of light art, my Sedona crystal visions, and then you can see some of this interesting AI art I've been making with some galactic gods and temples in the sky. So that's been kind of fun. But this is really the masterpiece I wanted to share with you, this big piece. This is like the great central sun here.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that.
I'll just play to that for us tonight.
Now, was that done through AI at all, or was that just
Oh,
your?
no, that's actually that is a photograph of one of my stained glass windows that are hanging in the windows behind me. I do stained glass since I was a teenager in geometric kaleidoscopic patterns, and then I discovered a way to photograph them with a special kaleidoscopic effect and spin them in the computer, and then it creates these images which I inlay with crystals and gem powders, and like this one has a big cut crystal in the center there, you can see.
Oh, right, yeah, we can see that now.
Yeah, they're all, I call them crystal alchemy portals of light. So I invite people to come to my home and see them. So if you're ever in Sedona, you want to check out my harp, let me know. I mean, check out my art.
We're going to have to do another Global Peace Tribe retreat in Sedona soon, for sure.
Okay, let's do it. So I'll just play one piece to end it, a little lullaby here to set the stage.
God bless you. Thank you. So divine, so exquisite. And a reminder that we can get his music and all things Peter Sterling at harpmagic.com. His album Mystic Voyager, The Winding Way, Calling Angels, all these beautiful, beautiful things. And look at all these awards that he's won. I mean, but this is really, truly one of the masters of this craft in the world. So for you to share your masterfulness, your mastery with us tonight is really quite powerful. I'm going to bring Barbara on one more time. Tony, we loved your work. Thank you so much. Thank you to Soul Search for bringing people like Peter and Tony and all the wonderful folks that you bring to the world through the Awakening World and through the Soul Search website, Soulsearchtv, the expos, the Enlightenment expos. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you.
It is our pleasure and blessing. And just a reminder to everyone who attends our Enlightenment expos, we will be, I posted in the chat and I forgot to add where we're going to be, and I forgot to add Scottsdale. How can I do that for all the Sedona people here? Scottsdale, June 15th and 16th, we will have our Enlightenment Expo. Peter, I'm already going to say Peter will be there because how could he not be there, right? It's not the same when Peter's not there. So hopefully you will be
coming to Burbank. I just sent Tangela a message.
Oh, good. We will be in Burbank, March 23rd and 24th, next weekend in Santa Clara. Then we will be in Carlsbad near San Diego, April 13th and 14th, April 27th and 28th in Santa Cruz. And then we will be in Scottsdale, June 15th and 16th. We have, again, all of our amazing practitioners and musicians. Dr. John Gray will be there. Kimberly Meredith will be working with us, famous psychic medium and medical intuitive. And so we have lots of surprises and lots of amazing things in store for you. So hopefully you'll join us and tune into Soul Search TV. You can find us on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Android TV, and it's free for you to download. It's a free channel for you.
And again, it's easy to get all the information because I know that that's a lot of information. So if you go to soulsearch.io, click events, and that's where you can learn all about the places where they're going to be: Santa Clara, Burbank, Carlsbad, Santa Cruz, San Rafael, Scottsdale. Also click Soul Search TV. That'll take you to the channel where you can see so many of the people that you saw tonight that are part of Soul Search TV. By the way, Peter, a message just came in from Mark Danislavsky. Mark is one of our Global Peace Drivers, and he played on one of your albums.
He did. He played on Mystic Voyager on my song, The Long Cold Winter, which was a very special song that I received. That was a song for world peace. And I created a beautiful music video, and it won Best Music Video all over the world at international film festivals. And it's a very special song called The Long Cold Winter. And Mark plays the beautiful accordion on it with the harp. And it was just a lovely combination.
Well,
Very
he's
European, kind of Eastern European sounding piece.
well, he's going to be in Woodland Hills the same time you're going to be in Burbank. So maybe you guys will connect.
Amazing.
Barbara, thank you so much for co-hosting. God bless you. You're awesome.
Pleasure and blessing right back at you.
Peter, thank you for coming back and bookending our show. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And we conclude every Saturday night with a healing experience. We've been doing KES healings for several months now. And I've gotten to know this amazing woman. Now, you all know her as our cheerleader, but she's also an extraordinarily gifted healer. And so she's offered to provide the group healing tonight. So, Tiara, thank you so much for cheerleading. And I'm turning things over to you.
Thank you, Scott. Oh boy, hello, everyone. And welcome to this conclusion of our amazing evening together. We are so full, and yet we have room for more. And so as we sink into this transition, just allow yourself to Fall back into your chair. If you're laying down, just fall back into the softness of where you are. And you can use this time that we have together to allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into a healing space. You can allow yourself to be more cognizant of what you may receive, what you may experience, and allow yourself to be taken on this part of the journey tonight. Just sinking into the waves of love, the waves of the echo of the music frequency, the waves of the faces of all the speakers that we've been able to see, and acknowledging your own self and your own spirit for bringing you here tonight. And we'll let ourselves flow for 20 minutes or more so you can allow the conscious mind to acknowledge the linear time, space, while you, in your expansive state as the being that you are, can let go even more now. And just taking that deep breath in as you again acknowledge your spirit and acknowledge all your guides, guardians, angels, ancestors, loved ones. And we acknowledge their guides and ancestors and loved ones, and we send that beautiful acknowledgement in all directions of time and space. And within that concave circle of your own divinity, feel that expand. And for those of you that like to work with light, just notice the light around your body expanding, whether you see it or feel it. And those of you that like to work with sound, just notice the own sound of your breath, of your heart, of that frequency that you are, as it ebbs and flows. And allow yourself to feel as if you're being held and rocked in this beautiful space that we have co-created. And take another breath in while all that continues to mingle and merge, while we also again acknowledge each other's spirits, each other's guides, each other's guardians, teams, ancestors. And we are the global peace tribe. We are the galactic peace tribe. And we may call in those upper echelons of the known and unknown frequencies now that serve you, that serve us all. And breathe that in, and at any time that your eyes are open or closed, that you're moving your body or laying still, all of this happens instantaneously and simultaneously in the way that's right for you. And I can feel all the divas of the creepy crawlies, the insects, the winged ones, the four-leggeds, the tree spirits, the plants, the rocks and the stones. I can feel all the earth divas, all the space divas coming in now, the curious ones coming into the collective light that's expanding. I see that rainbow light expanding out and in. And for those of you who wish to receive more of this galactic energy coming in, this crystalline rainbow light, you may actually feel your body responding to that in vibration. If you're feeling a little shaky, a little frequency moving, just know that you're allowing that light to come into your physical body now and expand all the essence of your biology. And notice how that light mingles with the biology, the organic cellular structure that you are. It's as if your cells begin to breathe even more now. And notice the organs in your body responding to this increase of light. You may feel your body expanding. And just breathe that in the way that's right for you now. You may feel certain aspects of your body commanding your attention. And just acknowledge and breathe in and breathe out, letting go. And as always, at any time, if this is moving too fast, you can soften and slow. If your particular frequency calls for a more intense or higher vibration, you can call that in for yourself as well. And while that continues in our bodies, we're working now in our emotional fields, and we're allowing any emotions that require an upgrade or an uplift to receive that now. Notice how it invites those emotions deeper in, but with a higher frequency, for they are all welcome. They all belong. And you can feel the anger rejoicing at being loved. You can feel the fear rejoicing at being held. And again, bringing in more light, more love. And you may experience the elements, the water, the wind, the fire here as we are on earth connected to the sky. And know that we are getting ready to receive a new kind of love. We're making room in our emotional bodies to receive a new kind of love, quiet, still. And while that's continuing to commingle, allowing the mental field, the mental body to receive an astral blessing, just allowing the mind to quiet, to wind down. And notice as the mind quiets and winds down, the body responds and receives the mind inside the body in a deep, embodied way. And while that's continuing as well, we allow our spiritual bodies to again expand. It's as if our spiritual bodies may be reaching out into the celestials and beyond to have deeper contact and connection, receiving those transmissions now. You may even experience that coming in through your body, through the back of your heart, as the spinal column receives these codes of light, these emissaries of light. And you can even imagine these sparkles of light coming down and in through every breath you take, in through every touch you give yourself. And allow those sparkles to glimmer and glitter. For those of you that work with your hands, you may feel your hands expanding, tingling, getting warm or cool. For those of you that work with your voice, breathe in those beautiful glimmers and feel that voice reactivating. For those of you that work with full body, feel the strength expanding. And feel that all the way down to the marrow of the bone. It's amazing how we can come in so deep and expand out so far. Like breath in and out, like the bellows that we are. And notice any other areas of your body calling for more love and more light, receiving them now down at your feet, your legs. And you may even feel yourself dropping deeper into the earth as your connection expands down as well. And calling back any of your angelic self, any of your elemental self, any of your extra, ultra terrestrial self. And again, connecting the heaven and the earth. We are the connectors between heaven and earth. And allow yourself to expand in your own individual capacity in that way. And just breathe that in, allowing all those energies to move in and around you, encircling you with love and light. And we get ready to wrap you individually in this beautiful rainbow light. It's like beautiful gauze wrapped around you to incubate you so that you may continue to allow all that you've received as you've been listening and receiving from the show, allowing that to incubate, to regenerate, rejuvenate. And this will continue throughout the rest of your time here and beyond. And taking a moment now to get ready to allow the closing, allowing yourself to receive even more of your own divine love, perhaps in a new way, perhaps for the first time. And feel all your guides and your ancestors and those that you've called in, known and unknown, seen and unseen. Feel them rejoicing in this communion, in this gathering. And we wrap them in love and light, and we send them healing and love. And feel the joy expanding. And whether you choose to stay in this deep space and drop down even more now, letting yourself go deeper, or whether you choose to allow yourself to begin to come back to whatever state of consciousness is right for you now. Oshamekini tayawai, Oshemekina kawa, Otene kwale mikitaya, Oshemi kalatwa, Oone kimitawa chwane, Hatima shakala mata, Home hamala, Otina kawa, Oshemini kalate, Onemeha, Shiva tina, Omala kina. Beautiful, knowing that you can come back to this sacred space anytime that you choose. anchoring that in with a touch, a word, a thought. Omenae. So kama. So much love here, so much joy, so much gratitude. And so it is.
Thank you so much, Tiara. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And I still see we have a lot of our beloveds still with us. And Diara does many wonderful things. She's obviously a wonderful healer. She also is bringing such important work of spiritual diversity into our school system. She's a beloved member of the Twin Ray community, many communities. And I put a little bit of information about, I did put what you had sent me, but there's not necessarily how people can reach you, Diara. So I don't know if you want to put into the chat box how people can reach you. And you will be hopefully guiding us every night, Wednesdays and Saturdays, our opening dance moves. Thank you so much. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to bring beloved Omar back up. Even though we only had one Omar song, just knowing you're always there, helping with the sound checks that began over 4 hours ago.
Is that all? This is a short night. And Diara, that was sublime. I wanted to come in with some music. However, I was just intuited to just receive. And so thank you so much.
You're welcome. That's what I wanted for you tonight, Omar. You give so much.
And yeah, and another time we can work out how to collaborate. But until then, thank you so much.
Dr. Laura writes, bless you, Deborah, for a deep healing experience. I feel absolutely pampered. Karen S. says, thank you, Diara. George, thank you, Diara. Peaceful. Margine writes, thank you so much for this lovely blessing. Susan Bloomquist, blessings and thank you. Diana, lots of loving emojis with hearts and praying hands. Carol Craig, maximum grace. So people are really appreciating. And
Come on Sunday nights. Come on Sunday nights to our Global Peace Tribe meditation. And I go for like 40 minutes. So please.
Yeah, that's that. You know, let me get that link for everybody. Yeah, DR is who does the Global Peace Tribe meditation on Sunday nights. I do a little one on Monday nights, but she does like the epic one. Sunday night is the feast. Scott's is more of a homeopathic dose. But definitely join DR Sunday nights at 6:30 Pacific time. And hey, remember everybody that it's to spring forward. The clocks changed tonight. So remember to spring forward. I'm putting into the chat box a reminder of where every night at 6:30 p.m. there's a Global Peace Tribe meditation, but the real epic one is on Sunday nights with Tiara. So definitely join her for that. And I'll look forward to it. Actually, I'm going to be watching the Oscars tomorrow night, to be honest. I'm an LA guy, and the Oscars are like Christmas. So that's what I'll be talking.
And Scott, I just want to acknowledge Frode, because he's been with us. It's like 6:30 in the morning in Norway now. And so he's been up since like 2:30, just vibing on what we're vibing. So
oh, we love Frode. There he is. I'm going to add you. There you are, Frode. We always enjoy watching you move to the music, and thank you for being with us from the middle of the night on. It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Namaste.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. It's been quite an evening. I hope all these healings and readings have benefited everybody in their own unique way. And do join DR tomorrow night for her meditation, and I'll see you all on Wednesday night. Good night, or Monday night if you come to my meditation. Good night, everybody.